What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Masculine Mondays. Nick here with you for episode number 64. We're talking about Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. We're going to start the Indy trilogy. I know some of you might say there's a fourth film. We'll save that for another discussion, but we are here to talk about Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And if you're new here and wondering what Masculine Mondays is all about, if you couldn't tell from that trailer, it's about themes that involve masculinity, that involve the aspirations, the inspirations, and affirmations of male-centered figures. That we do talk about femininity from time to time and why it's relevant to masculinity, but we talk about why masculinity is important in cinema and why a lot of movies these days don't really highlight it. They don't talk about it. So what are we doing here? We're talking about the movies of old, spanning the last several decades, to talk about certain films that we like, may have seen before or may have never seen before. And we talk about them. We talk about the characters involved in these different movies. We give them a rating on 1 to 10 to see how their scales are liked in terms of the masculinity. And then we talk about the entire movie itself and give that a rating as well. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff as well. So while I can talk about this, I'm going to talk about it with some friends of mine here on the channel. We got Mr. Blue Collar Loser and Isaac 556. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Doing well. Coming off the tail of another successful Golden Age podcast. Pleasure to have you on, as always,
Yes,
Nick. Great to get your opinions on stuff from the Florida man himself.
Yeah.
But it's great to be here for number 2 out of 4 great movies. So,
yeah. And I know this was one of the films, at least the IPs that people were wondering when are we going to do this one, and there's a couple other ones out there that in the near future we'll be talking, like Lord of the Rings, of course, but
yes,
which is going to be fun to talk about in due time. So, but yeah, this is something that I know people are like, why are you going to start with Temple of Doom? I'm like, because technically it does start before Raiders. So let's just get it out of the way. And I think there are some things to talk about for the masculinity. It's like, I know people aren't really fond of it as a movie, or when we'll say like out of the 3, it's the weakest of the 3, and I get all that, but
yes,
it does have some good qualities to it. And I think again from just the the masculinity aspects, there's not a lot of characters in this, which as I'm kind of thinking about it, I'm like, well, this might be a bit of a quicker stream because of it. Not to say that there's not enough to talk about or enough to say about it, but I think because of this being a trequel, a prequel, much like Dom was saying, this is true. It was a prequel, so just to kind of talk about how Indy is still just somehow widely known as like the what does he say? The guy in the Pencock, he says, the famous archaeologist. I'm like,
yes,
Dr. Jones.
Guy was just famous all over the place. So even in the prequel, but it's a good movie. And not the best, obviously, but I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Just maybe as general terms before we get into the masculinity side of things.
I'll let Blue go first if he has thoughts.
Honestly, I hate to say good ones, right? But Isaac and Nick, some films you watch when you're a kid, they get better with time. This one, not so much. But I respect Nick the fact that there are a lot of circles that do hate this film, but Nick still says there are some masculine tropes. I brought my kid to see this film this year. I'm like, buddy, this was great when I was 10, and every single second on screen, I'm like, oh God, no! And I'm watching my childhood die with me. There's so many problems, especially Willie. But just watching again today for the stream, Nick, the rap sequence, there's like a 1,000-foot fucking cliff, right? You tell me these 3 could just, but there's a lot wrong with this film. I can see why it's considered the weakest, but boy, Willie's character, man, I feel bad for the actress.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of say in terms of the characters, like with Willie, she's not the best female character. I mean, obviously, like compared to like Miriam, or even Elsa in Last Crusade, right? Like, she's just annoying. There's really no other way to kind of say it. When again,
we know the reason why she's in the movie, right?
Oh yeah,
you know why? Yeah, because Spielberg. It's his girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when you know SS, you kind of anything goes.
Remember Family Guy, Stewie's like pretty lady only in this film because she banging director.
Yeah. Well, and I think I think it was Family Guy too that did a spoof on this, because when they were making fun of Willie when she's like, "We're crashing."
Peter did that, yeah.
Or yeah, Peter did that. That's right. I remember it was in Family Guy, but I don't remember the episode. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say. I mean, retrospectively, with this rewatch, last time I saw it was probably 10 years ago. I saw the Indiana Jones movies really young. My parents introduced me to them, like same time as Star Wars, so like 4, 5, like really, really young, on the old family VHSs and stuff. And Willie, now I'm looking, she couldn't act for shit. I'm sorry.
No.
Just in this movie, I obviously you don't pick up on that stuff as a kid, but like, not the best. Of those 3 films, she was the weakest female character in my opinion. So.
Oh, definitely, Isaac. And like I said with parents, like Last Crusade came out last year, bring my kid to see it because I saw Last Crusade with my father at 11 in theaters, and I'm watching Last Crusade with my kid, like, wow, Sean Connery, him and Harrison Ford. Then 6 months later, we go from Last Crusade to this one. We're like, oh, because if you watch this back-to-back Last Crusade, you see a big difference in tone and quality and just everything. It's
Last Crusade's perfect Father's Day movie too. Really is.
That is true. I mean, I think Last Crusade just in general is a consider that a sequel to Raiders, and it is probably one of the best sequels of all time.
It's the best Indiana Jones movie by far. Oh.
I would agree,
dude. I'm always up in like a toss between Raiders and Last Crusade. Like I could probably flip flop, on any given day as to which I like more, because I like both for various reasons. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. So
yeah, Nick, I mean, rewatching this again today, like picking stuff apart, like thing is, if you take Willie out of this film, Short Round and Indy do have chemistry, and Indiana and Short Round has some masculine tropes. Indiana has some great scenes in this film. It's not as terrible, but everyone remembers Willie. But to remove her scenes, and this would be a much better film.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because when I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to rate Willie from the non-contextual femininity ratings for her, and kind of what she brings and what she's after, and it's just like if she wasn't in the film, how would this film be? Because like then at that point you would focus a lot more on Indy and Short Round. It would kind of be this like, almost like a father-son type of adventure, but in as much as Indy says, like, I found him, I caught him, trying to steal something from me, right?
Little bastard.
And I mean, but I think they do have a lot of great chemistry, and I think for Kei Kwan's, he had that like reunion moment a couple of years ago. I forgot. I think it was like at an award show.
Yeah.
Which, I think award shows are bogus now, or they have been for some time. But that moment was kind of cool, just as an Indiana Jones fan, and it's like, why they didn't bring him back for something was just beyond me. Let's bring this movie up to that doesn't exist. Dial the Dookie.
I know nothing about it, never seen it, never will.
Ooh.
Seems made up, Soul Assassin. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. But
I mean, honestly, if you hate yourself, get a whole bottle of vodka, just down the entire thing in one go, but then put it on.
Dude, I remember I wouldn't go to see it in theater. I'm like, I usually don't advocate for boycotts at a movies, but that was one I was like, just do not go see this movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And the moment I was able to watch it from other means, like I probably would have walked out. I legit probably would have walked out of that movie, because I remember seeing Crystal Skull in the theaters back in, was it 07 or 08? One or two.
I think 08.
Yeah.
Was it 08? But I remember seeing it in the theaters, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is far-fetched to a certain extent. And then obviously as this, like the first half of the movie is not terrible, but that transition from like second to third act and like from there on out, it's just like
it's George Lucas doing George Lucas stuff,
Yeah.
But it's still George Lucas is the thing. So I give it that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do like George Lucas, and I give it that. Whereas this fifth Disney thing, you know, no.
And like I could watch Crystal Skull over Dial of Destiny any day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could watch Dial of Destiny. I could watch Crystal Skull over other movies any day either. So it's not like it's a movie that I wouldn't watch. Like if we were going to talk about it on the stream or something like that, like I wouldn't be like, nope, count me out. I'd be like, there's enough that I could maybe talk about and be in a more positive note, but then other times I'd be like, no, this is just god awful.
I think Shia LaBeouf was actually pretty okay in it, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's another
might be a hot take, but he was good.
I didn't mind him in it, and I think obviously it would have been really interesting to maybe see what they would have done after the fact. Now, Shia has had some rough moments in life, so I don't know how well he would have been able to stay on board and like a future Indiana Jones film. But I think it was like one of those moments, like if they did a fifth one, would it be Shia? Would it be someone else? And then all of a sudden, you got Disney doing what Disney does, and then just totally recanting and trying to retcon their own, storyline. Let's get rid of the strong male figures. Let's make Indiana Jones, a lesser to who is the girl? Like his niece or goddaughter?
I think it's
goddaughter.
I don't even remember who.
So like
who
not
she
even
is
family, not even like blood family or anything.
No.
Yeah.
She was his friend's daughter. Yeah. So he's.
And apparently she leads him around like a stray dog. Apparently, from what I heard.
Adrian Leon. Good boy vodka.
Thanks. What's up, Raiders? How you doing?
Shout out Vital Idol Raid. That's awesome.
Shout out.
Well, like you said, Nick, the thing is with the fifth one, after how bad 4 went down, they had so much potential, especially after everything ever all at once, bringing him back, bring back Short Round. Why not? Because they brought back for 10 seconds. What's his name there? Gimli, John Davis Reese for like a 10-second cameo in Dial of Destiny, but like you had potential to fix it.
I didn't know that even because I've never seen it.
He's got one scene, but
wow.
Because like what?
It was like a cameo.
Yeah, he's like, go get him Indiana. Yeah. Because even Stallone, say what you want. Like Stallone made Rocky Balboa because Stallone's like, you know what, Rocky 5 was bad. I know it's bad. I'm sorry. And he made Rocky Balboa to apologize to the fans. And for the most part, most people like Rocky Balboa. So like you could have made Indiana Jones 5 to apologize.
I don't love it, but it's way better than 5 to say the least. Yeah.
Leon, I DM'd you the link, by the way, if you're not too drunk, if you want to join. It's up to you, brother.
He probably can't see the link.
I just have to say too, ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted one of these swords, like this kind of Indian looking cutlass, whatever it is. It's probably a machete with a guard, but it's so chrome, it's so flashy, but it's just kind of gaudy looking. But I like it. I don't know, it's cool looking.
I gotta say though, listen, Harrison Ford looked pretty jacked in this fucking movie here. Like
he's always been in good shape. I mean,
you see it, you can see it in this movie too. Like,
but he's not scrawny. Dude has some mass though.
No, he's got good muscle definition. Like he could from this picture, which is also why I chose this for like the thumbnail, is like he's got that good shoulder he's got like that side deltoid to his bicep. He's got the vein going through his bicep, like strong forearms. You can see some striations in the muscles in his upper chest. Like, I mean, go ahead and fight him on a bridge. We'll see what happens. But I mean, obviously,
remember Crystal Skull when they did the shower scene after the radiation, but like even Shia LaBeouf said, Harrison for like the guys pushing 70s, like he works out like a fucking beast, and like obviously he's an older man, but even in Crystal Skull, he's still for his age fucking pretty goddamn good shape for how old he was.
I do know he was a carpenter by trade, and he's also a hobbyist. He's a pilot too. So you can't be in terrible shape as a pilot, flying planes and stuff.
Oh, crashing planes.
Crashing planes multiple times.
Right. He never got that part of the training course.
Yeah.
Fly, yes. Land, no. But hey.
Well, it was Boba Fett shot him down. So.
Yeah.
I always felt like because Harrison Ford's never. Yeah. Well, Nick, he's never been out of shape, but I feel like for every Indiana Jones film, you can tell he worked out more than like say like whatever The Fugitive or something, or like What Lies Beneath or something.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I think for what Harrison puts into this, I know, he kind of got into that point in his life where he just, I don't say stopped caring, but it was more so of him kind of just being like kind of grumpy Harrison, you know. Sure, show me the paycheck. How much am I getting paid for this? It's like
the best quote was
total side tangent, but this is still Harrison Ford related. At no point in time should he have ever done Thunderbolt Thaddeus Ross for that non-Captain America movie. But listen, man got paid, and it was like, cool, I'm out. Probably never going to be needed again, because we all know that the MCU is going to forget about Red Hulk going into the next movies. Yeah. So like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, hey, I get it. You wanted to take a job and you got money for it, because who knows how much money he has in the bank, but still it's, maybe he was bored. That's the other thing I thought of. But I think during this era of Harrison, right, like he's doing, he's doing Star Wars, doing, again, 2 big IPs, 2, big characters between Han Solo and Indy here. I mean, he's had a great career. Obviously, not every movie has been, big by any means, but I think for the sake of him, playing some of these characters that do fit into a masculine movie. Last year we did The Fugitive, which has Harrison Ford and
that's
Tommy Lee Jones, right? So it's I don't know if we'll talk more Harrison Ford movies outside of this. I'll have to think about it, but at some point we will do Raiders and we will do Last Crusade. So
he has a very interesting filmography.
He does.
He's done comedy. He's done action. He's done drama. I mean, he's done horror films. Technically, I mean, Harris sci-fi. The man's done every fucking genre, man.
Yeah, and when I think about movies that we're going to cover, that if movies that have been suggested to me, I'm like, okay, well, let's we could do a Ford tier list. That's true. I'll look by actors sometimes too, just to kind of see like what's in their filmography, just to see like what movies might stick out that we could talk about, right? Because some actors have such wide ranges of movies, it's hard to maybe just kind of pick and choose, and some probably wouldn't fit all the time, but we try.
I need to rewatch Blade Runner. Actually, this reminds me, I haven't seen it in a very long time, and I actually forget it. I forget that movie. I need to see it again.
Yeah, the last time I watched and talked Blade Runner was on Niat Stream. When was it? I don't remember if it was earlier this year or if it was last year. I forget, but
yeah, same thing. They brought that in theaters, the final cut, but they had the 4K restoration, and just you can tell some scenes were touched up, but still seeing Blade Runner in theaters was just talk about, again, films that hold up, man. Seeing that in the theater, especially the infamous tears, and then the raindrop scene with Rutger Hauer was watching it.
I love that scene.
But in seeing it in 4K, I'm just like, holy fuck, like fantastic film.
I've actually never seen the sequel. I've never seen it.
You're not missing much. There are some that say that it's better than the original, and those some wear a certain crown that's known these parts of the internet called the Lofty Crown. Those people shall remain nameless.
I'm gonna watch it just so I know.
Yeah, if you want to watch it, by all means.
I don't anticipate. I mean, I'm just gonna go in the middle, like not expectations or anything, not overhyped. So.
I remember Isaac when part.
It's not Ryan Gosling's fault.
At least it doesn't have Hunter Schafer in it. Blue, you were gonna say?
Yeah.
Oh no! So when I came out, they actually played the feature back to back. So I watched 1 and part 2, and if you watch 1 and part 2, you're like, oh,
really?
But
okay.
But and Nick knows it. To his credit, and the one credit is Villeneuve. But 49 is it's a visually beautiful film, like the Dune films. You can hate the storylines, but man, he knows how to paint a picture. He needs some help with his writing, but 2049 it's breathtakingly good looking film.
He is known for hating dialogue. Like he is a very visual
director.
Yeah.
That's what it's like Nick said. I think Ryan Gosling's got 2 lines in the entire fucking film.
Yeah. It's
I'll take it for what it is. I'll check it out after I watch this first one again. So
Leon said Dial of Destiny is literally his least favorite film of all time. I believe him, because it's definitely, I'd throw that in there with like the the Star Wars sequels as well with a few others that
I had to watch Hairspray recently.
Hairspray?
Damn.
The one with John Travolta with massive breasts.
Yeah.
He was in drag the whole movie in a dress.
Oh yeah.
My chat made me watch that. I wanted to jump.
Yeah, there's certain movies I'll never watch again unless you pay me to. I just won't. You might get full commentary out of me, but I will not watch them.
That's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
I'd rather watch The Room with Tommy Wiseau or a Wiseau again. Honestly.
Well, that's because The Room's got there's a midnight cult get high as fuck following for The Room. That's why there's a charm to The Room you can at least appreciate versus like Dial of Destiny, like for 2024, the new Crow remake with Skarsgård. I like Skarsgård. Even now you're vexed, like, but you hated that film. I was like, that film's a negative for me. And I try giving films at least a 1, but that Crow remake is a fucking the biggest 0 I've seen in like 5 years. That it's a fucking abomination.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I still need to see the OG Crow movie too. I've heard it's great.
There was another good movie of Harrison Ford's that I'd have to look up. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I think it came out around maybe 20 some of the 20 teens, but it's about him. I think he fell in love with this chick, and ironically, the guy that plays a young Harrison Ford plays a young Harrison Ford character in the movie was the one who I think originally auditioned or like made a video of him wanting to play Han Solo, like a young Han Solo. Okay. I can't think of the guy's name. Someone probably knows what I'm talking about in chat, but I don't even know if I would call it it was like a drama. It was like it might have been like a romantic drama, something along those lines, but like she didn't yep. That's what it like Age of Adeline or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I actually liked that movie. But 2015. Okay, there we go. Yep. I thought Harrison was good in that because it was like an interesting movie. And then the younger version of Harrison Ford. I'm like, there's your, yes, Anthony and Gruber. Yeah, there's your young Han Solo right there. What does Disney do? Nah, we're going Alden Ehrenreich instead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but yes.
I always had a soft spot for Regarding Henry. That's a depressing movie, man.
Which one?
Regarding Henry, remember? Because he's a shitty husband, cheating on his wife, and he gets shot. Then he gets brain damage and becomes like the best guy ever. So it's like, shoot your husbands, ladies, and they'll become better husbands.
Yeah. So to get into the thick of Indiana Jones here and the Temple of Doom, yeah. So upon rewatching this, which I don't know how many times I've seen it, but I've seen it the least out of the 3. But I've seen it quite a bit. And it's not something I would just walk away from. If it's on, I'm like, I'll watch a little bit of it, right? But if it's Crusader Raiders, I might stick around and watch all of it, just because of reasons. But anyway, when I'm thinking about this movie and kind of just taking some notes and just thinking about, okay, where's the masculinity fit in? Where do we see Indy being introduced to this world of Dr. Jones? Dr. Jones. So it's like he's at a club. He's making deals with the Chinese, and he's chasing artifacts. He's surviving double crosses, and he's trying to walk away with a certain prize that he wants to take back to the museum, as we know he does later on. And I think he does have bravery. He's very capable at what he does. He's charismatic. But I think what courage he does have is still largely attached to his vested self-interest. But I think when that changes is when the journey after the plane crash and brings him into India, and he's at the doorstep of a suffering village. And the thing that really hits him, and I think kind of triggers something within Dr. Jones, is the missing children's. not only that, but they also stole the Sankara stones. And then there's some sort of evil, and he's like, kind of like, what evil? Like, what are you talking about? What is this evil beneath Pankot Palace? So it's starting to kind of make Indy wonder what else is out there. And like, while he's still here, is he going to do something about it, or is he going to leave? And like, he could totally just left. Like, well, I don't care what you say, village elder. Like, we got to get back. I got to get back to America. Like, we don't need to be here. But I think because of a couple things that kind of show you what type of man he is, where it's like, okay, evil, doesn't like evil. What evil are you talking about? Now I'm intrigued because like good fights evil. But also I think because of like the artifact of the Sankara stones that he's heard about when he's describing them smooth, stones, and like, oh, he knows what they are, or at least knows of them. So that's an artifact that automatically, again, triggers his interest. Missing children's another interest. Bit of a masculine trait there, to protect those who are innocent, to protect the kids. So, and again, he could have just left that night, but because I think Short Round being there and being a kid that he's close with is one of those things where that could be Short Round, and it is for a moment in the movie. Short Round is captive, like in chains in the mine with the other kids. So it's like the movie for Harrison and the masculinity of it all. He no longer is trying to survive danger or to recover an artifact. It really puts him in this place where he's kind of almost called to protect people that can't protect themselves. Like, no one in that village is able to protect themselves there. He is the sole person of a masculine figure that is able to protect people. And I think that's kind of what makes a good argument for this movie, and why maybe this theme that we're talking about here in the masculinity might accentuate this film better than the film does just by itself. Again, I know there's problems with this film and it's fine, but and I think he does show toughness again, as we see on the bridge here. He fights a man much larger than himself, and has to deal with a lot of adversity and whipping a guy around the neck and hanging him up by a ceiling fan. But again, he just has to do what needs to be done, as we know Indy always does in this trilogy. But
damn right.
I think Indy becomes heroic when his toughness is tested beyond his morals, essentially. And I think because Short Round's loyalty, he helps him up after he's drugged, right, with the poison or whatever it is. I forgot what they call it, the black sleep, I think it was. Willie has some plot to play with him in this movie, because I think in some cases, like, it does make him think beyond himself, even though she is annoying. But it's really all about the kids. Like, I think if it was just about the stones, he probably wouldn't have been that invested. But I think because the enslaved children are there, he's like, okay, well, that's bad. And then I think because you have like a decent antagonist here with Mola Ram, who is like this image of power that's turned, predatory. It's got this like evil spiritual connection that's feeding on the innocent, villagers and kids. So, I think in the question I had asked myself was like, what happens when this adventure for Indy, turns into like responsibility? While before it was just for self-interest. Like, I'm out for a diamond. I got, the first dynasty of, emperor's remains. We're going to make a trade and I'll walk away. But things go incredibly south. And now he's here in the Temple of Doom. So it's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. Do admit, like, the opening choreography, the opening dance number is well choreographed.
Yeah, no, for sure. For those of you who are new here, maybe you came over from the raid, we do talk about the aspects of what the masculinity is, which is basically, we talk about, what at Indy's and a couple other people's affirmation is going to be what masculine virtues does. Do our characters have the inspiration, so what awakens and what do they have for these sort of masculine traits? And then the aspiration, like, what are they aspiring to? What are they trying to become better than they are? Which I think is interesting for, again, this being a prequel for Indy compared to maybe what happens in the latter movies, which will be kind of interesting to talk about in due time. So, and while I know we'll probably spend a lot of time on Indy here, I will say that there are a fair amount of other like tertiary characters. Not that I we're going to highlight them by any means, but I think in some cases we could talk about some of the scenes that are semi-important when they're at Pankot Palace, right? You've got I'm trying to think of the soldier's name, Captain. Why am I forgetting his name?
Oh shit!
He's talking with the guy next to him, basically. But it's like he's kind of providing some background knowledge to Indy about we drove them out. The British drove them out, right? So it's like, hopefully, right? Yeah, you're cleaning your borders up. So it's always a good thing, but unfortunately they had to reclaim and regather their power, which that's kind of what brings Indy there. Captain Blumbert, that's what his name was, the officer there, which I feel like his function in this movie is just more so to be like this sort of like control or some sort of like power at the edge of the story, but like he really doesn't add a lot to Indy's moral arc. If anything, it's kind of like it helps kind of build things that Indy might need to be aware of or to know, and that's kind
of
like
a link
really
in the chain of the plot. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, same thing in the introduction at the club scene, right? Like Lao Che, like he's a criminal opportunist who's just there to make a deal, but if he has to poison Indy because I want to get the jewel back in the Emperor's remains, then I'm going to do it this way. So again, not someone who's in the movie a lot either, and that's why I didn't want to like do a whole bit on him, but just to kind of say like I don't think either of those characters would have huge importance, let alone like Lao Che as an example wouldn't have very very high ratings. Again, he's not integral to the central arc of Indy, just the opening at that point. But
can I just say one thing regarding that Lao
Yes,
Che
sir.
portion? One Easter egg, you can see it too if you pause it. It's pretty quick. When they jump out the window at the club where Lao Che was at in the beginning, if you read the sign, the name of the club is Club Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Yes, in blue neon.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
people don't noticeably catch on to that. And I never picked up on that as a kid till I, got on the internet and found it's literally just, you pause it, it's Club Obi-Wan.
Yep.
It's George Lucas doing George Lucas things. Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Which
that's
does sound
Is that
pretty
the,
Asian, actually. I mean, Obi-Wan does sound like it's actually appropriate for the area. So,
Mhm. Yeah, you even got a hyphen in there, right? So
yep.
Obi-Wan
It's
Kenobi.
right there, Nick.
What'd you say?
I found it for you.
Oh. Let me do this. Let me add Leon. What's up, Leon?
Here's the thing. I've been drinking since 9 a.m., so I will not be here long. But I had to come and talk about my favorite trilogy. Weakest movie in my favorite trilogy, but still my favorite trilogy. I know you a Lord of the Rings guy. A lot of people are classic trilogy Star Wars guys. Indiana
Prequels.
Jones is my favorite trilogy of all time, so I got to be here for at least a little bit, despite the fact I've been drinking for about 12 hours straight. I heard Mr. Isaac talking about Club Obi-Wan, and I'm gonna be real.
That's right.
Homie, you're like 12 years old. We all knew that.
I mean, listen. Double
I was
that.
fucking with you, brother.
No, but I mean,
Um,
Leon, when was the first time you saw this movie? Like what? Like
I was probably 8 or so years old.
yeah.
If I had to wager a guess. And I didn't notice it then either, to be fair. That's why I said I was fucking with you. 'Cause I did not notice at 8 years old that the planes at Club
Right.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But when I found out later, I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Leon's
I
wrong.
remember when I first recognized it, but it wasn't at first. Especially when I was a lot younger, so I didn't pick up on it. But Goodwin says drinking for 12 hours is the only way to watch this movie.
So again, it is the weakest of the original trilogy. I like this movie. I think they made a mistake, and maybe you guys covered this already because obviously my stream ended. I rated into you guys, so I don't know what you would cover prior because you were talking about Dial of Destiny by the time I rated in.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we're
this
getting
movie
some
works.
out of
I think it works as an indie movie. I don't think it works as a prequel. That's why the whole thing falls apart. Is that chronologically is a prequel? I think if they had set this literally after Raiders, then it wouldn't actually be, for the most part, that incongruous a film. Because, like, obviously, you got Raiders, Andy talking about how he doesn't believe in spiritual mumbo jumbo, but yeah, you got this movie. It takes place a year prior, and he sees motherfuckers like pulling hearts out of chests
Right.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of Indy as a character is also totally different. Like he's kind of like shy and almost has an aversion to women when you see him in the classroom. Yet in this, he's a total ladies man, taking bites of the apple, and you're like, oh, doctor of like a sexual nature towards
Right.
I'm blanking on her name.
Willie,
thank you.
Yeah.
Like there are things about this movie that just it's purely because of the timeline that makes this an issue.
Yeah.
Leon, one thing I think you're wrong with trilogies because there's a better trilogy than Indiana Jones, but way better trilogy.
Here's the dealio. Me and Bex talked about this, and I'm not going to derail the stream in my drunken haze to talk too much about Sonic, but me and Vex thought about this, and we've come to the conclusion that Sonic the Hedgehog and Terrifier are the only legitimately good ongoing long-running franchises in Hollywood right now.
I mean, box office wise, fan wise, you're not wrong.
Yeah. I don't think Vex brought it up, and I was like, it's really, really weird that of all movies, it's Sonic and Terrifier, which could not be more diametrically opposed.
Yeah,
but they are really the only good long-running franchises in Hollywood.
When you want to cover Sonic 3, I walked out. I was like, oh, hopefully I'm like, this is fucking fantastic.
I actually showed the trilogy to my girlfriend last week. She'd never seen any of them. She never played a Sonic game.
Really?
Oh, wow. You're going to be with me. Like, you got to understand something Sonic-wise. And I showed her the trilogy. True. She loved them. Loved them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I would agree. If you watch 1, 2, and 3, everyone gets better than the last. And I'm praying you don't fuck up Amy.
Me too. She's my second favorite character. I'm very, very reserved. Amy is my second favorite Sonic character after Sonic himself. So I hope all three have been amazing, but Amy is my second favorite Sonic character. So I'm very nervous about her.
I grew up playing Sonic Heroes on the GameCube, so
love the game.
Yeah,
Sonic Heroes is great.
It's the best.
And the GameCube was the most optimized, best version to play.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I dropped my phone.
Yeah, like I think one of the things that Blue had mentioned, Leon, while you were out, was that he had said, "Would the movie have been better?" And maybe like again, people in the chat too, like, would the movie have been better if Willie was never in it? Which,
no, Indiana Jones okay, it depends on what you mean. Is it just Indy and Short Round? No, Indy needs a girl. Every Indy movie is almost like a Bond girl. Every Indy movie has an Indy girl. Now, is Willie the right girl? That's a different question, but every indie movie needs a girl.
Which I would agree with you. I'm just like, but her scenes in this film are, for me, the worst parts of this film is her scenes. If her scenes were removed, I think this film would be a lot better with her gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think,
would it be with her gone or just replaced with a woman that wasn't a dumb bitch?
Oh no, I agree. I'm saying like as is right now. To put a better actress with better dialogue, but this film just
what I'm saying is I would rather her be there than no girl at all, but I'd also rather a better girl than her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree.
There's a clip. There's a clip that I think it almost makes fun of her in the movie itself, but I think it's also very true. I'll play it for you guys. See what you guys think.
The biggest trouble with her is the noise.
And I was going to mention that entire scene. If you look at that entire scene compared to Raiders and Last Crusade, that scene take that scene out and it changes nothing. It's just Indy Short Round. She's nothing but a fucking Acme cartoon character, and the tone is so different than Raiders and because Marion, it doesnn't have this kind of shit. That scene right there is pointless.
Marion, everybody jumps to, like, when we talk about ideological shit in movies, everyone always talks about Sarah Connor, Ellen Ripley, great characters. But my go-to of how to do a strong competent female character is actually always Marion. I love Marion. Now, it doesn't hurt that she's fucking way hotter than the other two. That's neither here nor there. Marion is my go-to for how to write a strong female character, and
exactly, she's
my Marion is properly strong, right? So
Yeah.
I think I told the story when it happened, but maybe I'm wrong. So month and a half ago, Nick, I know you know, because I told you, I texted you about it. I took my daughter to see a screening of Raiders of the Lost Ark, because that's my favorite movie of all time, tied with Army of Darkness, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep.
I legitimately had the worry that a 12-year-old, almost 13-year-old kid might find it boring. And now I couldn't imagine how. I fucking fell in love with the movie at like 6 years old or whatever. But it, it was with kids, modernity, TikTok, scrolling, things like that. I was worried about it. And my daughter, she thought the same thing, actually. She was like, nah, Dad, I just wanted to go to go see a movie with you. I didn't know if I would like it, but I loved it. And I was like so stoked that she loved it. We couldn't stop talking about it.
Awesome.
And that was one of the things I brought up, was like, what did you think of Marion? And she fully was like, no, I thought she was great. She was strong. Yeah, she got kidnapped, but she was a fighter. She was snarky. And like my 12, almost 13-year-old daughter took all the good, positive, traits away from Marion without thinking that she was like the damsel in distress or just like the girl character or whatever. But also didn't see her as like this overpowered Mary Sue sort of thing like we get with Ray Skywalker. And on the one hand, when it comes to this film, I get why they wouldn't do that again. You don't want to repeat what has already been done, because at that point you're just like doing, frankly, what Force Awakens did. You're repeating A New Hope, basically. You don't want to just repeat your same movie.
Right.
But Willie at the same time is also, she's too much. I don't think they found the proper balance.
No, I agree.
I agree to that. And I mean, yeah, Marion is just the perfect, woman, for example. And I feel like Elsa's not bad either, but she's different. She's different than Marion.
Elsa's not bad. Elsa's better than Marion for one reason. It's because she's a Nazi, and I
was just gonna say,
she got blonde hair and blue eyes.
You just cut me off. I was just gonna say, Leon, exactly.
Reading my
mind.
You couldn't resist Sean Connery.
Well, no, in the first one we have Aryan, and the second one we have.
Yeah, so. It's like, how did you know that? Because she talks in her sleep.
After I slapped her.
Yeah.
Like slapped. Yeah.
I
liked the Austrian way better.
I never got the joke as a kid, and I was a teenager. Like, oh. My dad's laughing. What's funny? Nothing.
This is how I would say goodbye in Austria. Yeah, no. I would too at that point. I don't want to say goodbye in German. So, Alice and Judy was also pretty good looking back in the day. Yeah.
Even like I know Leon said he had Dial Destiny, but like with Crystal Skull, I'm glad they brought Karen Allen back for that film, despite the flaws of that film.
I agree.
I liked her. I liked her in the fourth film for the what she was working with.
I'll do you one better, and I know Goodwin is going to crucify me, and so is Waylon. I like the fourth film.
I do too.
We were kind of talking about that a little bit.
They were capping commies in that film. That's awesome.
Yeah, like here's what I've always said, and like ever since I saw it in the drive-in. So I've been capping for this movie for probably, what was it, 2008 when it came out?
2008, yeah, 18 years.
Damn near 20 years now.
Jesus Christ, man.
Wow. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is not a bad movie. The problem is it is a mid movie. A mid movie I've always liked, but admittedly a mid movie. But when your fourth entry in a franchise is a mid movie, when all the others are amazing, this movie that we're reviewing here, debatably, at least one and three are effectively perfect films. When you follow up effectively perfect films with a mid film, it looks like a trash film, but it really is that, a mid film.
That's what we were saying. I'm like, the first half of the movie is like, because I remember seeing it in theaters, and I was like, it's like, I can get behind this. But then the second half happens, and I'm like, oh, well, we're doing George Lucas stuff, right?
And I completely agree with that. It is to have an Indy movie where Indy never uses his gun once, to have like
that's
the swinging through the trees with the monkeys, like I totally agree. All that shit is dumb. However, if you look at
the ants were stupid as shit. I'm sorry, they were. Yeah.
If you were looking at a scale of 1 to 10, 5 is obviously that is the average. That's the middle. To me, this is an average movie. I have seen worse. I legitimately think that Spider-Man: Brand New Day is a worse movie than. And I'm not saying this is like out of any bias or anything. I've watched both movies. I think that Spider-Man: Brand New Day is a worse movie on a technical level than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, for example.
Huh?
I haven't even seen Brand New Day, but considering it's a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, I'll just take your word for it because, you know.
But also Dial of Destiny is far worse than this. So
Dial of Destiny, I said this in the chat earlier, but then I turned the chat off because I went to run to the gas station. That was the last thing I said. I went to the gas station to get vodka. Dial of Destiny supplanted Forrest Gump as my least favorite movie of all time.
Based.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Leon. Like, I've read more Spider-Man comics. I forgot at this point at least 10,000 issues, and I'm watching this film like this is. I don't get the hype. Like, it's not a good fucking movie.
I haven't even seen it. I don't like Tom
You're
Holland's
not missing
Spider-Man.
literally a single thing, like at all. It is. This
Toby and Andrew are all like
yeah.
But no, Dial of Destiny is Dial of Destiny committed the worst sin a film could commit because like as a film goer and as someone whose all-time favorite trilogy is the Indy movies, if this film was like so offensive, it should have pissed me off, but it didn't. Like, as I sat and watched it, and I watched it right when it came out, because this is back when I thought I gave a fuck about reviewing movies on YouTube. Mind you, I've not reviewed movies on YouTube in a long time. I'm not a movie channel anymore. When I first got started, I thought I would be. So, and this movie came out within like the first 6 months of me starting my channel. So I, of course, watched the movie, and I expected to hate it, but at no point during the movie at all, for the entire 2.5 hour runtime, did I feel anything. And that made me hate it even more because it wasn't even actually bad enough to make me feel emotion. I was so apathetic towards Dial of Destiny that you couldn't even make me angry.
Yeah, that's where I am with like Disney Star Wars. I'm apathetic.
Right. Like
I don't even get mad anymore. Yeah.
It was the first time, like, because Dial of Destiny wasn't too long after Ahsoka, or maybe it was right around the time of Ahsoka, whatever. And I was like still getting mad at certain things. But Dial of Destiny, I sat through that whole 2.5 hour movie and I was like, you mean you failed so poorly? Not only did you not make me fall in love with Indy all over again, because obviously it's a bad movie, you're not going to do that. But you didn't even do anything egregious enough to make me rage. It was pure, just. Again, the only word I have for it is apathy, and I don't need you guys. You might understand. I don't know. I've talked about it before. I hate Forrest Gump. I hate Forrest Gump so goddamn much. I fucking loathe that movie.
It's the Boomer movie. It's the Boomer movie.
If I could go back in time, wait, what came out first? Toy Story or Forrest Gump? I need to know.
Forrest Gump.
I think Forrest Gump.
Did,
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I'd go back in time and shoot Tom Hanks in the head, but never mind. I can't do that because I need to do Woody because I do love Toy Story. But if I could erase Forrest Gump from existence, like, I here's the deal. Y'all know I'm anti-Israel. If erasing Forrest Gump would make Israel 2, like a second Israeli country, I would do it. I would eradicate Forrest Gump.
I would kiss the wall for that. I'd kiss the wall for that. But then again,
that's how much I hate Forrest Gump, and Indiana Jones 5 supplanted my hatred for Forrest Gump as my least favorite movie of all time because of how apathetic I was towards it, because it's part of my favorite franchise. I read the fucking Indiana Jones books. That's another reason I'm an apologist for Indy 4 is like, well, yeah, in the books, Indy is fighting like mummies and shit. Aliens aren't out of the question. But yeah,
I had like a couple random beat up comic books when I was a kid. Like, I don't even remember what they were, but they were like awesome. The artwork was really cool. I remember, and I wish I still had them, but yeah. They don't make stuff like that right now.
No. I'm a sucker for the adventure genre. Like, you know, there's just the oldie adventure pulp sort of thing. Like, I love it. I'm unironically excited for the Mummy 4. I really am. And it's because, like you said, we don't get stuff like this anymore. And maybe the Mummy 4 will suck, and I'll have the same thoughts towards this as I do Indy 5. But I want it to be good.
They got me because they brought back fucking Benny, Imhotep. Everybody's coming back.
Why not?
So to be fair, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
Nah, I was gonna say, like, I had to look up the chick again, what she looked like, because Soul Assassin had said the feminist chick that's in both Star Wars and Destiny, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And I went to go look her up, and I was like, damn, she ugly.
And even she didn't do anything egregious enough beyond punching Indy to really piss me off in that movie. She was just fucking there.
She is not the chick you want to have in an
no, not at all.
Movie. Like,
you are beautiful.
You are beautiful. Well, about that.
That was a lie.
Today's opposite day. Just kidding. Last of the Habsburgs.
Dude, I will say, fuck whoever owns James Bond, though.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a video. This video's probably 3 years old or so now. So, like, I guess accidental self-plug called Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the Hollywood Hat Trick. It was one of my very first, like, long-form scripted edited videos. It was about how Phoebe Waller-Bridge managed to ruin Star Wars, Indy, and James Bond. And honestly, I'm very proud of the video. To this day, I love the video, even if it's, like, on my old equipment, very not well, like, audio quality, shit like that. I used, like, 6 seconds of a James Bond trailer. And the video got fucking hit by, I think, Embracer Group or whoever. And I appealed it. And they're like, nah, it doesn't matter. Fuck you. And so at the time of my channel, I had like 700 subs. And this thing had done like 3,000, 4,000, whatever views. It was like one of the highest things on my channel at the time it came out. And I didn't get any revenue off it or anything because I happened to use some fucking James Bond trailer footage. Yeah. So fuck you, Bond. Fuck you, Embracer. And fuck you, Phoebe Waller cunt.
Yeah, it's MGM and Amazon, like Will Sound. MGM owns Bond.
Yeah.
And the fact that they haven't just called up Henry Cavill, been like, what's up? Let's start some James Bond project.
Why would they for?
Just printing money. They just print money.
But they didn't want to do that. That's the.
Although,
part.
if the rumors are true about Cavill playing Magneto, look, I'm done with the MCU. I'm done with the MCU. I'm not seeing Doomsday. I'm not seeing any of them. But from like the peripheral, I do think if the rumors are true about him playing Magneto, he would be a very good Magneto.
Are you going to believe that he's from the same origin story, though? I mean, come on,
So here's the thing: Hollywood hates the Jews. So honestly, maybe.
I think. Like
Hollywood used to love the Jews, but now they hate them because of Palestine and shit.
It would be interesting to see what he could do as a villain. But yeah, I did hear people wanting Lee Pace. I think Lee Pace could do a good job as well.
I know it's a small thing, Nick, but you Leon Isaac, you guys know enough about X-Men. It's been said multiple times that Magneto is going to hit a certain point where it's 2030. A Jewish survivor from World War II is not going to be alive anymore. Eventually, that's going to have to change.
And here's the deal.
I mean, to be fair, Gary said on F&T, just say he ages slow as shit.
That's what. So you see, I don't even watch F&T, and that's what I was about to say. Is like they're mutants because the Holocaust is so intrinsically tied.
Or he came up with something to age slower. Yeah, anything.
The Holocaust is so intrinsically tied to Magneto's story. You cannot remove that aspect of it. You can't. It will fundamentally change his character. Just say that because he's a mutant, because of the magnesis, if that's a word, I'm drunk. I don't know. He ages
magneticism
super slow.
Yeah. No, like you said, Leah, if they do that, awesome. Just like I said, eventually it's going to hit a point where something's going to have to be addressed. Because, like, hey, this guy was born in 1930.
You can address it, but just don't address it by removing the Holocaust aspect because that is intrinsic.
They will make him a Gaza survivor. That's what they'll do in modern Hollywood. That's what they'll do.
Henry Cavill, the Gaza survivor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bro,
Print it, ship it,
if
let's go.
Gaza was a land of camels, I would join the Free Palestine side. So
Yeah, we got unhinged.
Yeah, say well,
So
someone who,
fucking weird,
who
boy.
actually hasn't aged terribly is Harrison Ford here, but
He looks good
I
for
will say,
90.
whatever he's doing, he is aging gracefully. Actually, as an actor, he really is.
yeah, he's like almost 80 now. So
Harrison Ford, I think he's like 76, right?
maybe.
I'll do
Spot
it.
plane
See,
crashes.
Remember those recent New York Posts where they showed like
Dude,
Harrison
he's
Ford?
84 years old,
He's
bro.
84.
Holy
Dude, I was
fuck.
off by like 8 years. Holy
I thought it was
shit.
closer to 80. Nah, he
I
went
think
over
there's a lot
80.
to be said, though. He's known for living a very physically active lifestyle. So, like, just
I remember you
that's something
saying
to be
that,
said
talking about
that
him crashing
move-
planes and shit. Well, you said flying planes, but Blue corrected you about crashing planes.
exactly. Very true. But,
Because
like, yeah,
I
just keep it
remember like
moving is-
10 years ago, I was watching SNL, and SNL like got interrupted by like this is one of the live broadcasts, like breaking news sort of things. Knew that fucking Harrison Ford had crashed one of his planes like a park and just started walking away from it. It's like this mother dude, he's in like his 70s. Motherfucker just walking
no
away
fucks.
from a plane crash.
No fucks given.
No fucks given.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like I watched 1923. He was actually really good in that show. And I think the fact that he was being older, which you could kind of tell, but I mean, dude,
Yeah.
84, he still looks good, man.
That's
He's still
impressive.
which again, if he's been active, then that is obviously a good reason to look good as you age. But yeah, I mean, I know like this era of him between Star Wars and Jones, like for Indiana Jones, I should say, like I know he's a ladies' man, and a lot of
Also,
women always
so you-
loved the Harrison Ford.
It's a good one said too. Ford is always high. He's a fucking huge pot smoker.
I mean,
He's stoned as fuck when he's flying in planes.
why not? If he wants to do it, go ahead, let him do it. Yeah. Get off my lawn.
So you're on a golf course.
So yeah, this is a golf course. Get off my green.
I know,
I'm
like
trying
all three of you guys
trying to
probably know
play
this too.
here.
Like Indiana Jones, all the scenes where why is his hat stay on for? Fucking Ford staples a goddamn fedora to his head. That's
Yes.
so bad. That's
He
so
took a staple gun
badass.
and stapled it to his scalp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Incredible.
Indy's hat never falls off during action
Also,
sequences.
Did he really
And-
staple it to his head?
To his
Yeah.
skull. Yes.
That's
He took
crazy.
he was sick of it and he just
'Cause you know-
stapled it on. And he
'cause
was
it
also
kept falling off,
violently
really,
ill in
yeah.
Raiders too. Didn't he have like a massive stomach virus? He was like dying
I think
during the
so,
filming
yeah.
of Raiders, especially with the where he shoots the sword guy. He was like vomiting in between takes. It was
Yeah.
like he had
Broke
like
his back in
dysentery or
Crusade.
something. Yeah.
Shattered his leg in Force Awakens. Like the man's always getting hurt. Like he does his own fucking stunts.
And, you know, it would have been interesting to see Harrison Ford play James Bond.
he's American. I want a Brit.
But if he did a British accent, let's just say like he did and got away with it though. Like
I'm James Bond.
I think it would have been interesting for both of them to then be in Last Crusade, because then you'd have Sean Connery who played Bond and then Harrison Ford. who
Oh,
also
that
played Bond.
connection's pretty good. I'll give you that.
It would just for that sort of connection, but only that. But yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
It was Jack.
That's true. I didn't mind that
It was
movie.
Jack.
I didn't mind that. I know, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, it's kind of
Nick
like
doesn't get it.
we won't get into it now. But
Nick doesn't respect the Brits.
I disrespect the Brits.
There you go. He's fuck them Brits.
No, we won the war. That's all that matters.
I like the
Um,
idea of it, not what it's
yeah.
become.
Oh, it's like, you know, I feel, you know, sometimes being American, you know, we get disrespected. It's like, oh, so only Brits can play these roles, that, you know, Americans can't play these roles. I see how it is.
That's why only Americans play Superman.
I mean, at that point, anything that should be like, you know, I
Is
mean,
it
and
Henry
American
Cavill?
IP should be. What's that?
I know
Why
I'm
only-
drunk. I'm pretty sure Henry Cavill's British. I'm
That's
so
that's why
confused.
only Americans can play Spider-Man too.
I was waiting for Leon to get it.
look, the gears are turning slowly, and I can't be here long. Can't be doing that shit, Timmy. We're talking about Indy. By the way, I'd say 7, 8, 8 on this particular board because he's lost masculinity since Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, well, and I was like kind of thinking about it too, where I was like, okay, thinking about this, I know, this is a year before Raiders, so it's like,
oh right, you're taking canon to effect, even better. I was just looking at the premise of the movie, forgetting it was a prequel.
Yeah, that's all. I was like, I need to treat it this way just for the sake of how he progresses over time. So like, I do think that, yeah, like, 7 for affirmation, and I think just because of, again, where
I said 7, 8. I don't know what you got for the others, but I said 7 for affirmation, so we're on the same page there.
Yeah, and I think I what do I have? I had 7, 7, 7, which I mean, I think it could go either way though.
I mean, that's based,
right? Yeah, but I think it could. I think his inspiration could also be could be 8 as well though.
Yeah, no. So like, while he is here's the problem with this is that not probably your ranking or anything. Just, again, it's a problem to how the film was made.
Yeah.
If you look at this in the context of it being a prequel and whatnot, it doesn't make any sort of sense. But if you look at it within the confines of the film itself, I think that the inspiration, inspiration. Inspiration and aspiration. Yeah. He is very not only is he competent, but he's above average as a male character. I think in both. In isolation of this film, it's literally only held back with the context of the other films, or at least in this case, the prior film, Raiders, which is, I don't know how we rate it in that sense, because this is a prequel that by all accounts functions like a sequel, but it's really only a prequel in, I mean, what director's notes is the movie? I don't even really recall the movie making it clear it's a prequel. We had to hear fucking Lucas or Spielberg say it.
It's just, other than the year that they say 1935.
Yeah.
Like, that's really, they could have just said 1937 and be like, cool, we've avoided it all, but they decided to put a fucking 5 instead, and it's like you just screwed up so much by one number. You understand that, right? Like, so yeah, it is really rather unfortunate to that part, but. Yeah, like, again, I think because of what he's at least able to, like, how the movie starts out, which again doesn't really make a whole lot of sense after Raiders, but because of the damn year changing things, it's like he's very transactional, trying to negotiate with Lao She, right? And he's just like, I don't give a shit about the girl, you take her. But then vice versa, it's like, well, now I'm just trying to get out of here. Because I'm poisoned and I need that antidote more than anything, which I totally understand that. But I think because of the like him getting into the village changes everything. That's the point in Indy's eyes where it's like, damn it.
To me, that's when Indy becomes, well, Indy in the village is kind of just like Indy in Raiders, where he's like eating the fucking the gross dates. Stuff they're feeding, and then he goes for the chilled monkey brains and does it like without a beat, and it's like,
you're embarrassed.
Oh yeah, this is the world like the guy that knows kind of how the world works, knows that the delicacies of the land. He's an archaeologist. He's very well traveled. Like, to me, that seems very Indy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it does. I think
and to be fair, good one. Yeah, I did forget it showed the date. I didn't rewatch the film because I've seen this movie so many fucking times. I thought for the vast majority of this, I'd be competent enough to handle myself in the conversation. I also didn't plan on drinking from 9 a.m. to it is now 9:18 p.m. So that is 12 hours straight of nothing but vodka and some Dr. Pepper and water.
Based.
I've done that.
No, like, and I think because of him like being this respect, like he's respectful of the culture, right? Like he was like, you're embarrassing me, Willie. Like, eat the damn food, right? Like, you know, this is like what does he say? Like this food that they gave us is more than like what they get in like a whole week, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, at least you could do is just
It's actually, to me, for all the movie's flaws, that's a very good line.
Mhm.
Like that's a great line in this film. Is like, they have offered us more than they eat in a week. Be a fucking man and eat it. I always say be a man to Willie.
Yeah.
You get my point. Like,
Yeah.
there is a commanding strength in that.
Yeah.
I agree because I think even Short Round is about it, right? He's like, you know,
He doesn't question at all. He does what Indy says. Short
Yep.
round's great. I love Short Round. I would love if Indy 5 had a Short Round instead of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, it still wouldn't have been a good movie.
That's what I said. While you were gone, I was like, why didn't we get Ki-Hei Kwan come back in the 5th movie? Like,
That would
made
make
zero
sense.
sense. Zero sense. I mean,
Well, Short Round's not. He's not feminist enough for Dial Destiny.
well, that whole movie would just never have, or just should cease to exist. Period. And then you write a whole new movie, and then you have Ki-Hei Kwan, you know, or Short Round older, and then doing something, just not anything but that. Or yeah, Goodwin makes a good point too. Indy 4 should have had a Short Round instead of Shia. I mean, that could have worked. That could have worked too.
So, here's why I disagree with that, and I disagree with it in a meta sense. Not that the movie wouldn't have worked like in and of itself, because I agree. Like, you could have done an adult Short Round and whatnot, but Ki-Hei Kwan had at the time quit acting. He had retired.
Right.
He had not done acting in 20, 30 years. So doing that is kind of like getting Rip Moranis back for Spaceballs too. It's amazing. Finally, Rip Moranis is coming back.
Right.
Getting Ki-Hei Kwan back would have been great, but it seems almost like an impossibility given the real life circumstances. So I don't. By the time of Indy 5, Ki-Hei Kwan was back, so that one seems to me more viable as to like what could have been than Indy 4.
Life has made him quit recently, you know, as we kind of heard, but
I think he's back on track now, right? I mean, Shia's back on track, I think. Yeah.
Shia is actually not a bad actor. He's
not. I don't think he's a bad actor at all.
He's just a fucking weirdo. Like, that's really Shia is not a bad actor. He's just a fucking weirdo.
Mentally a little off, you know, definitely. But
yeah.
I've never hated his acting. I mean, like, as a kid, Holes was like a 10 out of 10 movie.
Holes was
as a 10 out of 10.
I don't know if I go that far, but I would say
no. As a kid's movie, I'm saying as a kid's perspective, you know.
No,
like it's a perfect kids movie.
I read the book way before the movie came out. But when the movie came out, I was so excited about it. I rewatched Holes last year. It holds up super well. I would legit say, for a kids movie, 8 out of 10. Like, I think that Holes is great. Shia is great. Disturbia is a very good movie. Shia's acting's
actually
never seen.
I like Disturbia.
Yeah, Disturbia is good. Zach, I shut up and we're not talking Holes. I can't escape it.
You see this year's Comic Cons, San Diego Comic Con. Rick Moranis was like, "I didn't retire from acting. I was just negotiating."
Yeah,
that dude's a legend, bro. I love Rick Moranis.
Now I just hope. I have concerns about the script, but we'll see.
Oh, me too.
I know.
I'm not exactly thrilled for Spaceballs too. Not at all. I'm just saying
just
that
because of him and Mel Brooks being in, I'm going to go see it. I'm going to see it twice.
I didn't even like the first one. It's just
the first one is a fun comedy. It's a terrible parody because parody.
I just don't like it. You know, personal thing.
Well, parody implies there needs to be something that you are spoofing, and so here's how parody should work. And I don't know if you're a Dragon Ball fan at all, Isaac. So this
no, I mean I've never watched. I know of it.
Okay,
I know
you never watched it. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's going to explain my point perfectly. Then Blue, I know you have. Nick, I know you have. But Blue and Nick, have you guys watched Dragon Ball Abridged?
Yes.
If you watch Dragon Ball Abridged start to finish, you get the story of Dragon Ball. It's just a comedy instead of being a serious story, but you still get the full story. That's why Robin Hood Man Tights works so well. You get the legit story of Robin Hood. It's just done in a comedic format. Spaceballs fails because you don't really get the story of Star Wars. You get a bunch of just references to Star Wars in its own sort of like sex joke fueled.
Like I said, too, not to always beat this old drum, but it feels like boomer humor. It's like, oh, my stupid wife type of stuff. It's like, It's just
It's
not my
humor. It's just that it is
Subject.
bad parody. It is, oh look, here's thing I recognize. Oh look, here's thing I reference.
Remember?
But a proper parody, if a parody is done properly, you should actually be able to understand the substance of the story and the characters within the story, even if it is done in a parody format. And that's why Dragon Ball Abridged is so good. If you've never seen Dragon Ball, but you watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged on YouTube, you will understand the story of Dragon Ball. Now, it's going to be exaggerated because of the comedy and everything. But they keep the story 100% intact. And again, Robin Hood Man in Tights does the same thing.
Only thing I know about Dragon Ball is that I've been told Superman would kick Goku's ass. Like,
well, you're wrong, and go fuck yourself. I hope you take a toaster bath.
I've seen quite a few of the abridged animes. I like the Hellsing one too, but
Hellsing Bridge is so good.
I heard there's a lot of good Dragon Ball games too, like on PS2 era Dragon Ball games. I heard they're solid.
That's the era of Dragon Ball games you need to play, not sagas.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a game called Sagas, never play it.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I think just for
Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice, as is a fucking hilarious parody.
We're gonna watch it on my channel.
If you want to watch like the best black culture, hip hop culture parody is probably Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice. That movie is fucking
It's
great.
up there. It's because I still like fucking Pootie Tang. Also, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Pootie Tang.
See, I've never seen Pootie Tang. I'm gonna get you.
Really?
I've never seen
Pootie Tang, dude.
Never seen Pootie Tang.
that's a good one.
The Ladies Man's good too.
Yeah, I mean, I just think in terms of these, like having this in this range of ratings is I think it's fair for Indy in this movie. You know,
yeah.
I'll sacrifice the 2 8s for Temple of Doom and knock him down to 7s. That's fine by me.
Yeah, because I mean, like between Raiders and Last Crusade, definitely a good part. But
Games Access CB4.
I mean,
but the honest question, and I'm not trying to say this is hard debate. I won't argue anybody's points, but like go down the line, Nick, Blue, Isaac, Raiders or Crusade, what's the best?
Oh, Crusade. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said
no, you said Crusade.
No. I like Crusade better, but I just because watching when I kid Leon last year, watching Crusade with your son, that's what gets me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I haven't shown my kid Crusade yet. We only saw Raiders. What about you, Nick?
I said this earlier on the stream, so I'm not bullshitting, but that is one of those questions that on any given day I could probably like flip flop because they're so good. But if you want to ask which movie have I seen more, which could also indicate which is my favorite, because you tend to watch your favorite movies more often than others, right?
Yeah.
Then I would definitely lean to Raiders.
And I agree with that sentiment wholeheartedly. Like it is, if I just sit down and analyze both, could it go either way? But what one do I always default to? It's Raiders. And I love Crusade. I do. I
do too.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I've given out maybe 10 perfect 10 out of 10s in my entire life of film review. Maybe 10. I don't even think it's been that high. The fact that both Crusade and Raiders are 2 of those 10s is.
So you would agree with me with saying I think objectively Raiders is one of the greatest movies of all time, even though I like Crusade more personally.
Yeah,
I think Raiders is easily one of the greatest movies of all time.
If I was to rate the 2 greatest movies ever made, it's Raiders and Alien. The first one. Like, I think Raiders and Alien are the 2 greatest movies ever put to film.
I can't fight that.
Interesting.
But also, like we did last week for Spider-Man, Leon, if I watch Temple or Raiders, I'll just go watch fucking Crusade back to back.
Well, no, so Spider-Man's a fun way to add to that discussion because, like, I know that objectively Spider-Man 2 is a better film. In fact, when Nick was doing Spider-Man last week,
you went back to watch 2.
I watched 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do like
3.
Spider-Man 1 more. Like I subjectively enjoy Spider-Man 1 more, even if Spider-Man 2 is the better film and I fully acknowledge the better film. I subjectively enjoy the first one more, but I love both.
I hate
Well, I
that.
love all 3. I even love 3 despite its flaws.
I hate that Leon's right. Where like I can watch 3 and have a good time with 3.
I love
Same.
3. I think that Spider-Man 3 is better than 50% of the MCU, even
I
during
like the whole
best
trilogy.
years.
It's a solid trilogy for me.
Bully Maguire.
If you just recast Topher Grace, Spider-Man 3 is a banger. That's a.
I legit messaged Leon and I was like, the fact that we overlooked, it might be one of the most, I think I worded it, the most underrated castings of all time in a superhero film, is the fact that
Bryce Dallas Howard as
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. Sorry,
Gwen Stacy, right?
Gwen Stacy.
I was like, how that never gets mentioned is just completely overlooked. I'm like, blows my mind because Spider-Man had that badonkadonk.
They were not concealing the assets in that movie. They were not.
I know, and that's why I was like, wait a second,
dude.
So
that was
I've been playing Spider-Man 2018, the remaster of it on Steam. And so I beat the game. I've been going through the DLC, and the very first DLC is the Black Cat DLC.
Yes.
And man, when it comes to the 90s comics, I'm a Mary Jane guy. I like Spider-Man Mary Jane. But outside of the 90s, give me any other fucking decade. But Black Cat's so much better than Mary Jane. Fuck that bitch.
Dude, 100%.
Black
100%.
Cat all the fucking way.
Yeah.
So just short, Leon, do you recommend that game? I've never played it.
The first one?
Yes.
The first one?
Yeah. Obviously not the second.
1,000% recommend. The first one is I would argue it is the only game that could rival the Arkham games for best superhero game of all time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Like
It's
Arkham games, Spider-Man, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Those 3.
Dude, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
That's high praise.
Love those games.
Dude, I grew up playing Spider-Man 2 on GameCube and PS2.
X-Men Legends.
So that's like my web swinging introduction.
Well, niggas say X-Men Legends. I was actually talking about X-Men Legends on my stream earlier today. I love X-Men Legends. And X-Men Legends too. Both are fucking just I love the
Was it
X-Men
the first
Legends
one
games.
that you fought Apocalypse, right? Or was it 2?
No, that's the second. The second was X-Men Legends 2, Age of Apocalypse. I'm pretty sure. I'm super drunk, so I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the second one.
I love
the second one's also
so
good.
much.
The cutscenes were fantastic too.
So, this is gonna be like a hard cut, but the only reason why I kind of bought a Switch back in the day was because Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
I played that.
And
I never played the third one.
Really?
That was awesome. On 360.
All five of my friends, we all bought it, and we did kind of all we did, especially during COVID when I was just like, fuck it, let's just play. So, but
it's
maybe
when the co-op is fucking amazing for that game.
It is, man, and there's a lot of characters and a fair amount of DLC. Like you could dump.
Well, it was before Marvel was MCU slop.
No. Ultimate Alliance 3 was post MCU, and that was why I didn't buy it. Actually, was because of it being post MCU.
Super early
they had cut out the X-Men and things like that, and so I was like, oh, it's just not gonna be the same. Now, to be fair, I've heard it's a good game. I actually probably should play it, but like I never did because of the MCU.
But it was still when the MCU was in its best.
I think Ultimate Alliance 3 came out during like phase 3 of the MCU.
It was literally 2017, if I remember correctly. So,
so like when the MCU was
it was pre-Infinity War. I know that.
Yeah, it was pre-Infinity War.
It's really fun.
Soul says this 2000 PS1 Spider-Man game is peak. I'm actually replaying that right now via emulation tied to retro achievements. I'm trying to get all the achievements for that game. It's
you like web swinging off of clouds?
It is my favorite Spider-Man game. It's not the best. Spider-Man 2018 is legitimately a far better Spider-Man game, but Spider-Man 2000 for the Dreamcast. What was that?
The fucking tutorial. You got Bruce Campbell eating a ham sandwich. Come on.
It's so good. Like the 2000 Spider-Man game with
the art style is beautiful too.
The art style, it looks like a comic book. It is the reason it's my favorite Spider-Man game is because it's the most it's the one that feels the most like a comic story. You have Doc Ock unleashing this mist upon New York, which is really just an excuse for why the PlayStation can't render all the buildings, so you're high up and there's like this yellow mist and stuff. You do the bank heist. It's got Carnage as the second to last final boss. I've replayed that game 4 times in the last 72 hours to try and get all the achievements, and I'm still only like 33 or 34 out of 60 possible achievements.
And Nick, I got a picture for you. Look at that one. 20 years. Damn. Still got it. Damn.
Yes.
Here you go, Peter.
That's the best chick in any Spider-Man movie. I'm just going to say it. That's not even up
Peter Parker.
Hey.
I mean, dude, can you believe we got freaking what's her face now in the Spider-Man movies?
No, that's Michelle Jones.
You know, but I'm just saying, it's Spider-Man's chick, whatever her name is. You know, we went from that to Zendaya. You know, I'll say the Gwen Stacy in the Garfield movies. I mean, I was like, what, 12 when Amazing Spider-Man 1 came out, and I was like, wow, okay. No, I mean, it's a step down from this.
See, I think I already graduated from high school. I didn't like that movie even when it came out. Like, I was super jazzed to the Lizard. I didn't like the characterization of Spider-Man, and I hated the suit. I hated the suit.
That's my favorite suit. That's my favorite Spider-Man suit.
The first Amazing second
Spider-Man 1 with the yellower eyes. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
the basketball suit.
It's wild how much to this day my favorite suit's the Toby suit. When I play, right now I'm actually playing with the Scarlet Spider 2 with a Kane Parker suit.
Which one?
When I
Which
play it's the Toby suit, and it's because like when I think of a realistic Spider-Man, I think the Toby suit is the most realistic way you could do the Spider-Man suit, but like with a slightly raised webbing, but it's still like kind of spandex. I love the Toby suit,
and it's not nanotech.
Yeah,
don't get me started on that.
The only scene I liked about Amazing Spider-Man, as you guys know, after he gets shot, when the fucking crane scene, when they all put the cranes and fucking he gets the lizard, that one sequence was fucking great.
See,
like,
to me, that's just a weaker version of the from the Raimi films. The like, oh, you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with New York, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Like, because of when the Raimi films came out, there was this post 9/11 sense of patriotism that can't really be recreated. My favorite film, my favorite scene of any film of all time is that scene. I know it's not the best movie, but if you're asking me, Leon, what's your favorite scene of a movie ever? It's when Spider-Man is just getting beat the fuck down by Green Goblin, and all the citizens of New York just start like chucking trash at him, and they're like, "You mess with Spidey, you mess with all of us." And it's like, it literally brings a tear to my eye. When I was watching it the other day for Nick's show, I was like choking up, like getting tears, seeing like because New Yorkers don't act like that. Most people in the world in the US not like that nowadays. But just to see that like post 9/11 patriotism, like we're all in this together, and everyone attacking the Green Goblin to give Spidey some breathing room. I choked up watching it. That movie is
I say, "What your kids? What are you doing?"
That's why I don't think it'll hit for Isaac, is because like you're a post 9/11 baby. You don't remember 9/11.
I was one when 9/11. I don't remember it.
No. Right, you don't remember it, so you weren't there when it happened. So I just don't think it will ever hit for you the way it hits for us pre 9/11 folk.
That's true.
I'm not saying that by the way. I hope it didn't come off that way. Like,
no, I understand what you mean.
You're obviously Americans. Fuck, you're based as shit.
I didn't live it. No, I didn't live in that. I didn't experience it firsthand. I mean, I obviously know what happened, and I know who did it. But you know, I mean, besides that,
Bush.
And
Bush and
the train scene in Spider-Man 2, I think matches that too. Joey Diaz and shit.
Dude, like, the train scene is.
He's just a kid.
He's just a kid.
Just no older than my son. Yep.
I gotta say, I remember you and Nick last week were talking about Peter's strength. Do you understand the fact that it didn't rip his goddamn arms off? That's how fucking fast the train will be going. The fact that he held that together, proves how fucking powerful Peter really is.
Spider-Man can fight the
He was the
Hulk.
strongest.
Yeah,
he was
he
the
can fight the
strongest
Hulk,
Spider-Man by far. Toby was the biggest,
yeah.
strongest Spider-Man.
I
Everything
mean,
else, I mean, even
yeah.
Andrew, I like Andrew, but they were all a downgrade in terms of just raw
Yeah.
strength.
I mean, that train was
they got
going hundreds of
twinkier and
miles an hour. The force of holding that with fucking webs and shit. I mean, knocked him out, but still, like, Christ, dude is strong.
I mean, it tore his suit.
Jesus, Gord.
Mm.
I just saw his fucking message.
Wait a minute.
I won't highlight it, but you all can read it in the chat.
Bro,
Yeah,
to be
fucking-
fair, so I rated you on YouTube, but I rated ABF on Kick,
Yeah.
and I responded to Kick. I was like, I got you, N-word. And ABF highlighted it, and everyone in chat was like, "No, you can't do that." And ABF was like, "Fucking did it."
I said it on ABF stream on Friday. I said it. So did
My
Nagradol.
man.
Oh my god.
But we weren't on YouTube. We were on Kick and Rumble. So
told Nick you
but
can't
yeah.
mess with Indiana Gord.
Yeah, if I ever streamed on Twitch, I would just do that intently just to see if I get banned.
I want to make a Twitch account just to get banned. I want to
Same
test
here,
it, you know?
dude.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man.
I do apologize though. I do have to
I know
bounce
you
here.
gotta
in
dip
a few
out, right?
minutes. I do have to. I have
let's
a
talk
game.
about.
Yeah.
Let's
But
talk
I'm
about
gonna go
short
in 20
round.
minutes now. Just leave Blue and Nick, and I feel so bad about that.
We could. I mean, the thing is bad is like there's not a lot of characters to talk about in this movie.
Yeah.
Like main characters. Like it's Indy, Short Round, Willie, and what's his face?
Main bad guy whose name you can't even remember because he's not memorable like Belloc.
Mola Ram. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kylie Miles' his name.
I'll give you my short round rating, and I do have to bounce.
All right,
Can I just run through the three things real quick? What I
Absolutely.
would say? I'd say it's a 10-10-5. That's where I'm at on him. It's a 10-10-5.
Oh.
I think his courage is through the roof, especially considering his size. Like he's nothing, and he just still goes for it. His loyalty through the roof, everything. His aspiration, he's kind of incompetent a couple times. I'm not sure I would hire him as a driver. Other stuff like that. But
Plus he's Asian too. So.
well, exactly, he's an Asian driver. I mean,
it was
that's why he didn't mind eating the food
accurate.
as much. Too,
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
So
he-
he's actually a
he
full-grown man. Actually, yeah.
Yep.
He just, that's as tall as they get. So
block on his foot,
yeah.
everything.
exactly right.
So what about overall, Isaac? What would you say this film is overall masculinity wise?
On the masculinity rating, I think retrospectively, because I never watched this movie through that lens before. So on the rewatch, looking at the masculine traits, Indiana Jones is more of a masculine character than I ever gave credit to, actually. He really is. I mean, it's kind of hard to not see it through the modern lens. I need to look at it through the lens of somebody who saw it when it came out, but I would give this 7 or 8, even an 8. I think it's an actually pretty masculine movie, all things considered. Quality of the movie, of course, the weakest of the trilogy, of course, just a movie perspective.
Correct.
But masculinity speaking, I mean, it's preserving history in and of itself. That's a very honorable masculine trait. You're preserving your heritage, your people's heritage.
Not only that,
just
but if I was to add to
all
it,
of that.
Isaac, he is preserving the worldview of people who are not his own, purely out of his own goodwill. And what is America if not, like, people always talk about the Statue of Liberty, give us your poor, you're hungry, the whole nine.
Yeah.
That's just a slogan, and that's not part of our Constitution. That's not really part of our enshrined culture in terms of our doctrine.
True.
But Indy is doing that out of the goodness of his heart for these people.
Right.
There's not a
Exactly.
prize in it for him like there is with the Ark or with the cup.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like you said too, just the children. He had that empathy,
Yep.
that empathetic. It's about the kids, and when that became a factor, he's like, okay, I'm in. We got to do this. They can't help themselves, type of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, Indiana Jones is a masculine character. I'd rank it higher, for the other movies, the masculine traits, of course.
In due time, we will
I'd
get
say
there.
I'd say like 7 to an 8. Not a weak, not a masculinity lacking movie. I would actually say so.
Yeah. Just a weak movie compared to the others,
movie,
but masculinity wise,
Yeah.
I think you're totally correct.
Yeah.
I think so. And we would be blessed to get a movie with this much masculinity in today's Hollywood.
Fucking
blessed,
dude. Yeah, compared to nowadays,
blessed.
this is like a 10.
This exactly.
Easy.
And so comparing it to other movies of the era from the trilogy, it's like, it's weaker. But compared to today, it's like, dude, this is incredible. Yeah. You could almost say based. So, But on that note, I do have to go. I got a game stream over on ABS here pretty soon. Gonna be golfing with friends.
Thanks, Isaac.
So.
Appreciate you joining me.
Great to see you guys as always. Leon, Blue, Nick, Chat. Have a great
night.
Yep. Thank you.
Catch you later, brother. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, what do you guys think? So Isaac said 10-10-5 for a short round here. Obviously in a lot of good scenes with Indy. He helped free Indy right when he's on like the black sleep, whatever it is. So it's like, he comes in clutch, right? And I think because he's just so young and pure hearted for being a kid, kind of allows him to be void of any evil that is corrupting Indy, obviously, but he's young, so it's like he's not fully grown either. So it's like, where do you go from a kid rating at that point to him growing up further?
I'm actually gonna be more charitable than Isaac, which I didn't think would be the case. I would actually go 10-10-7, not 10-10-5. I think that when you take his age into account, this kid's like 8 years old, and how many 8-year-olds are going to act the way he does in the situation they find themselves in? Yeah, I think that it's so damn aspirational for kids. You don't really find yourself, or kids don't find themselves in situations like this. And if my daughter were in this situation, I would want her to be like Short Round, which is scared, sure, but ever optimistic, ever trusting in the adult they know is their hero that will save them, but also capable enough to try, even if they have no chance to do things on their own, just in case that adult doesn't go through. Just that level of gumption. I think that Short Round is actually a 7. Obviously, he's going to be knocked off a bit because he's a kid and can't do much, but from a child's perspective, no, Short Round is fucking great. I think Short Round in this game is more aspirational in this. It's a game movie, more aspirational in this than he is in the Goonies when he's older.
Yeah.
And Goodwin makes a good point. Technically speaking, he does save Indy more than Indy saves him in this film.
I was just about to say the fact that he saves him from the beginning and towards the end as well. I mean, like as a kid, that says a lot about you. And he's got great traits. So it's like and that's why it's unfortunate to kind of not see how a grown up adult version of Short Round
completely agree.
A completely masculine character, or character in general. But yeah,
this is one of the very, very rare cases where if they were to like quote unquote reboot the franchise or whatnot, and like he was taking over for Indy, I would go see the movie and believe that the torch was passed. Like I don't believe in the Captain America passing the torch to Captain Falcon. Falcon.
Black Falcon.
I don't believe, but Indy passing the torch to Short Round is believable to me. He has that same level of exuberance for this stuff that Indy shows in all of the films.
Yeah, like if he grows up and becomes an archaeologist, but does what Indy did, it's like you followed in his footsteps. You were there. You were on his adventures. You heard about it after the things that Indy was on. Like he tells Short Round, and they catch up maybe at some point in time. Guess what, kid? I saw the cup of Christ, and I saw the Ark of the Covenant, and tell you stories and burn your eyeballs out. I'm just like the stories that you could probably tell that again would just he would be more inspired to do that and well, he was my hero and I saved his life a couple of times because that's how good stories are told. But what a missed opportunity from Disney, honestly. It's just it's sad, but
It also doesn't hurt that Ki
No
Hye
one.
Kwan at that age was such a good actor. I know we love to just jokingly
definitely.
shit on child actors, and justifiably so, but I never see a child actor when I watch this film. I see a little fucking Chinese pickpocket that's tailing Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like he is not acting. He honestly might be a better actor than Harrison in this movie because he's just fucking short round. I've been watching movies since I was like 6 or 8 years old, whatever. I didn't know his goddamn name as an actor until
Yeah,
what was that movie that came out? The universe
everything everywhere.
Everything
all at once,
yeah,
whatever it
I did
is.
not know his
Yeah.
name until Everything Everywhere All at Once. To me, this motherfucker was just short round.
What?
Yeah.
You seen Leon? That fucker? You see his fight scenes in that film? Dude's a fucking beast. Like,
Oh,
holy
he's
shit,
great.
man.
He's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was great in that movie.
That's why I said if they would have brought him back and he was whooping ass and taking names, I could believe it.
That's very
But
true.
like I'll be said, Nick, if he's this good in this film because he's been around Indy, because Indy's like I met him as a kid, you would think that decades and decades being around Indy would be training him. So if he's this competent now, imagine him in 10, 20, 30 fucking years.
And that just leads again why this movie being a prequel rather than a sequel really hurts it. If this was a sequel to Raiders, Short Round would make so much more sense as a character. Now again, it's not the actor's fault and has nothing to do with masculinity. Just in general, where the fuck is Short Round has more than proved his fucking competence. Why is he not there helping try and find the goddamn lost ark?
Yeah. That would have been a great continuous adventure.
Could even go one further. Say you did want to keep Shia LaBeouf and Mutt in the film. Short Round would have been there since Mutt was born. That'd be like his uncle, a surrogate uncle in a sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you definitely could have kept both actors in the same movie.
Could have, but then
fuck you, Goodwin. Damn.
Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm cool with these ratings though. I mean, I got a little clip.
Says,
what's that?
Instead of teasing us, Mao Zedong this dong.
Hold on, here we go.
Shorty, Chao Chi, Latsu Sansa.
Hello, lady, we're going for a ride.
Oh my god.
Are you crazy? He's like, yeah. Was it? He's nuts. He's not nuts. He's crazy.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
He said Gordon King.
So fucking cool, dude. Why is this 8-year-old cooler than me?
Oh my god.
I'd watch it.
Hold on, here's another one.
Murray's family were killed when the Japanese bombed Shanghai. He's been living on the streets since he was 4. I caught him trying to pick my pocket. Didn't I, short stuff?
Didn't I, short stuff?
And Nick,
I love it. Like, you big wrong. And he's like holding his hand out and he's got a card stuffed in his sleeve. He's like, oh, what's this? Ace of diamonds, huh?
Yeah. And for whatever flaws this film
chemistry
has,
between the two of them,
notice
man.
that they explain how Short Round, like his parents were killed. That wasn't a political statement. It's just that his parents were killed in a bombing versus now be like, oh, some big like anti
It's
whatever.
just a bit of backstory. Like here's
yeah.
Well,
But now
to add to that about the film itself, though, Blue, you say no matter the flaws of this movie, like we've seen a lot of bad movies in the last 10 years. This movie, obviously, the weakest of the 3, but it's still fun.
some trauma.
Like even Goodwin
It
and
is.
all his infinite haterism, he's got to admit this film is fun.
no, he hates this film.
It's an enjoyable watch despite the massive issues. I say, waiting for his comment.
He
Ain't
hates
he
this
treat
movie.
Shirt around more like a little brother than sidekick? Yeah.
There it is. This movie is not that fun. Bro, how do you see a motherfucker put his hand in a dude's chest, rip his heart out, and say some fucking non-Christian bullshit chant and not think that's fun? Like, bro, Nick, you got some fucking drinkers in your chat, and I don't mean the fucking critical drinker. I mean they be drinking that haterade. Like,
This It's like this film can eat my ass.
I do like that line though, Dax.
Religion. You fucking quote Spider-Man 3. Dax, no, fuck you.
I do like that quote, man.
Holy shit.
Mulleran was the true hero. Here's one for Mulleran.
Yeah, because pulling out a grown man's heart, Indy's like he's still alive.
And then
sure.
Well, then it's like what's it called?
You can live up to like 4 minutes with a heart or something like that. It's crazy.
Sure. Call Dr. Leon.
Which they made in Family Guy. That's the.
I was gonna say the Family Guy version of that is legitimately fucking funnier than the movie.
I would say that the Family Guy version is so good, dude. Because it's Meg, I think that they do.
Yeah, with Meg, it's like, I'm Shabai.
Yeah. And then the guy catches on fucking fire as he's burning alive. His heart catches on fire. Like, sure.
Lava, no, also not actually hot in this movie. Oh gosh.
Once I lost it though, but I just kept the Cliff and Raph scene to both of you. I lost it right here. So like, look, I know it's a dumb movie and all, but like that scene, I'll pull up Nick. Like, sure, guys. Like, there's certain believability and there's certain physics, right? Like,
what do we want to? We could knock out these two quick last characters real quick. I don't really have anything high for her. Like. I think she obviously like toughs some things out that like situational wise that she's in, because she kind of has to, because she's kind of helpless after that. But she is very vain. I don't think she offers a lot to.
Yeah, she's
Indy.
so vain. She probably thinks this stream is about her.
Probably.
Only Goodwin will get that joke, and I hope Goodwin appreciates it.
Here's a clip.
Willie.
What? Oh, here's a clip.
Something for you.
There's nothing you have that I could possibly want.
Right.
Oh.
She starts moaning in that fucking apple.
Let's see Willie Scott. She's our Nadia.
Willie Scott to Indiana Jones to what Nadia is to YouTube.
Damn.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I'm crying.
Dude, I mean, that whole scene though, I have to say is hilarious because it's like, he's like, oh, but you never better. It's like, still, we'll find out in the morning. And she's like trying to one up him, and he's like, nah,
I'm not that
I'm not going over. I'm like, no, you're kind of. I'm glad you didn't go over, Dr. Jones. What is silence? Oh god.
So here's the dealio. I know a lot of people say zeros. I see Soul Assassin saying it. I would say 5s down the board. Like, she literally is the definition of gets the job done. It's not like is it annoying? Yes. What she does,
5.54, but basically, yeah.
No, okay, I'll say that. Yeah, 5.4. That's fair. It's like, look, we've all seen some truly terrible films. I don't think she is a 1. I think she is definitionally mid. But you know what? For aspiration, below average. Which, if 5 is average, 4 would definitionally be before below average. Yeah, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, I say like she does have some decent qualities to her, like sometimes, but it's
at least 2 I can think of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know,
she says the Maj Raj is like, oh god, how much money does he have? Okay, oh look, he's a kid. She wanted to fuck the Maj Raj.
Yeah, it's like maybe he hasn't even found the right woman yet, bro. It's a kid. Come on now.
She's spraying perfume on an elephant. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
No, Gord, I think is wrong. He says the statue have more personality. It's not that she doesn't have personality. She does. The personality is just, like Goodwin said, insufferable.
She is insufferable. To that I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a personality.
I mean, yeah, she did come in clutch to pull the lever. We are going to die. Which I also I don't remember off the top of my head.
Broken nail.
But like, I don't remember in Raiders and in Crusade, which now I have to go back and watch them as a comparison.
I hate you, Gord.
Which terrible, I know, but like I realized that this movie, and I was trying to grab clips, a couple clips. I was like, man, there's like John Williams is all over the place, like just not in a bad way, but just like his score is just almost ongoing throughout the entire movie, aside from a couple different scenes.
Well, yeah, the music needs to distract from a bad script.
Right. And that's, I was like, it just kind of shows you. I'm like, John Williams is just like carrying this movie to that degree. But yeah, like
John Williams and the choreography, because there are good fight scenes in this. I
think so.
Motherfucker gets hit by a steamroller effectively. That's cool as shit. I don't know what I was gonna say after that.
So
drunk. I'm sorry.
We're going to talk about Mola Ram, the guy who holds beating hearts in his hand.
I love Leon Nick's optimism. For me, Willie's all fucking ones, but I appreciate your optimism. I hate that bitch.
Nah, for masculinity, Mola Ram is funny enough.
The true hero.
Well, let's talk about affirmation and inspiration, but the middle one. I'm drunk. So aspiration, I would actually put it at 10. Dude's a fucking cult leader. Like, he has got so many motherfuckers under his thumb, and
he's not wrong.
So much controlling and manipulating and pulling strings. Like, yeah, that's some charismatic Nat 20 bullshit. I think he'd be a 10 on that regard. Now we could talk about affirmation and inspiration, but aspiration, I think, is a 10. I'm not even joking.
Well, Ron, you're a farming. I mean, you're not wrong. He's definitely aura farming. God. Yeah, he is an interesting character.
Like he bypasses the rib cage and the veins and cartilage and just rips right out, man. Like, it's clean. There's no blood.
Like, he's obviously the opposite of like the protective masculinity, because he's obviously like just like he's all about power and ripping out hearts.
Base.
But you know, I mean, and then sending people into lava. So yeah, exactly. But it's like you could say hello to Kali in hell. What are you doing? Dr. Jones, please do not cut the rope.
You sound like Vex. All right, cool.
No. Here's the thing. No one could ever really sound like Vex except for Vex.
That shit is goated. It's beautiful. It's sexy. It gets my nipples hard. It's fucking amazing.
Well, my dick's hard now. I just wish that Vex in real life actually looked like a child.
She's got the brain. She has the brain of a child.
Tell her I said that.
Oh, this replay.
Vex is like out camping right now or some shit like that in the woods.
My spider sense tingling. Leon shitting on me.
Does not want spider scissors tingling.
I swear to God, if I get like a message from Vex something like in the next 5 minutes. Oh God.
No, Waylon, fuck you. This movie takes place in India. I can make those jokes. I do have to go though, unfortunately. My daughter beckons that I play Roblox with her, and I need to make sure that she doesn't get raped by child molesters on the internet. So
that's true. Be a protector on the internet.
Look, I bought this Good Boy vodka. It fucking says every pour is good for a pup. So
I bought this Amsterdam vodka, and it says Leon needs to stop, but he can't.
I'll play Roblox for you, kid. That's a good.
I'm gonna be here for like 20
game.
minutes. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes. I love you guys so much.
Thanks, yeah, dude. I appreciate it, man. What?
Have fun, buddy.
Wait. Overall masculinity. Quick.
Overall masculinity rating. So I actually it's difficult to separate this film from not necessarily being a good film from the masculinity, but I'm going to do my best and say that if you were just looking at the masculinity itself and the quality of film notwithstanding, it really is a pretty solid 8. I mean, Indy is the paragon of masculinity. He's actually arguably more masculine in his delivery and actions than Raiders, even though Raiders is a far better film.
Yep.
Like you got a short round, and even our boy here, Mullah Ram, is masculine in his own very Scientologist kind of way. Like I think that it's fair to. I've been, the dude that oftentimes on the show gives films the lower ratings, but I think this one is an 8 on the masculinity scale because we do see a lot of masculine traits that are, for better or worse, flexed on full display, whether it be from our hero or our antagonist. And I mean, the movie got short round of fucking G, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's fair to call this an 8. I would still say that. Ooh, you made me realize something.
What?
Raiders might be, and this doesn't take away from the film. Raiders might be the least masculine because I think Crusade is more masculine. I do think Crusade is more masculine, but
as Leon said, look at Goodwin's comment.
In this film, this one might be more masculine than Raiders. And you can't top Sean Connery and Harrison hanging out together being bros. Like,
that's true.
Oh,
fuck. It might go 3-2-1 on the masculinity rating. I'm just realizing.
It could.
He's drunker than me. That's saying a lot.
Shut the fuck up, Blue. I was fucking horse sugar in a gas tank.
We could bookmark this moment in time, and then when we talk about Raiders, it'll make way for interesting.
When you talk about Raiders, I'm gonna be here the whole stream. It's my favorite movie. That and Army of Darkness. And when we talk about Army of Darkness, I'm gonna be here for that whole thing as well. It's my favorite movie. That and Raiders.
We should open up a. Tell me what vodka to buy, man.
Wait, have we already covered Army of Darkness? I don't remember because I'm drunk.
Not yet.
No, we're not.
Okay, thank God. So yeah, for Raiders and Crusade and Army of Darkness, I'll be here for the entire stream.
Leon, before you go, I just pulled up a short Bruce Campbell. He said the current Evil Dead films, he's like, are too humorless. Bruce Campbell said
I
that.
actually covered that on stream a couple days ago, or
I don't know.
Maybe I didn't. I maybe said the article.
Say, yeah.
I don't remember if I covered it or not. But either way, I read it, and he's entirely correct, and I have thoughts about that.
Also, like you said, man, support. I will buy his new film. His new film looks fucking great.
It looks so good. I'm going to see it in theaters.
I'm psyched for it.
He's actually going to be in my city doing a viewing and a live Q&A.
Really? Dude,
but unfortunately, by the time I heard about it, the tickets were sold out, so I
sold out.
Missed that. But I'm still going to go see the movie because it looks like it.
It looks good.
So far, 2026, Iron Lung is my favorite movie, but his movie is looking to potentially usurp that.
Mm-hmm. I'm reading the chat.
That being said, I'm out. I love you guys. You're awesome.
All right, buddy.
You're a gem. You mean the world to me. And
Likewise,
I'll
man.
see you on the flip flop. Deuces.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Hey, buddy.
Peace.
You see fucking Jay?
I did see that. Yes.
He pissed himself a long time ago.
He is he's an interesting character, which this is probably one I was most unsure of how to put numbers down to him, because
I mean, how do you rate villains? He's the bad guy.
True, he is the bad guy, but even in a villain sense, like, it's not the proper term of masculine that Indy represents, right? Again, like if Indy is a protector, then what is Molaram? He's not a protector. He's obviously taking over, enslaving kids, taking over weaker people. So and then pulling their hearts out. So, poisoning them, making them hallucinate and.
I mean,
I think it's like in terms of like what that's an interesting interesting thing to think about, because it's like if you look at each villain technically gets their hands on the thing that they're striving for, right? That they're pursuing, like the Nazis and Belloc, right? They get the Ark. They literally have it there, and they open it. And it's like, cool, we're going to turn you to dust and and make you explode and then burn your souls away to nothingness. You see Moldaram have the stones in his possession, and he's, obviously pulling hearts out while they're still beating. But then you obviously have the other in Last Crusade. Well, okay, what other, religious artifact can we grab? Cup of Christ. You failed at the Ark, but now let's go after the Cup of Christ to potentially grant eternity, or immortality. And at that point, they do get there, but what's his face? Can't think of the guy's name. The Nazi.
I mean, shit, what's his name?
Why am I forgetting his name? Nobody looks like and everything. He chooses poorly, right? And just gets old and just turns into dust and bones. So, but Indy had the Cup of Christ, and Elsa got too greedy and went past the seal, right? So it's like,
it's Walter Donovan.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's stupid. Christ was a carpenter, and the gold chalice.
Yep. Falcon Punch.
He chose poorly.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying. It is very ambitious to go, well, we're going to try and find the 10 Commandments, and then, we'll see what actually happens. Or what sort of cosmic powers do the 10 Commandments, What is it? What
short
note is that?
Short for fucking rocks. That's what I'm saying. Rocks. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, maybe it's a rock.
Yeah,
that would make sense. But he does rock.
He does rock. Yeah. I
think just one of the things that makes this movie rewatchable, if you consider it rewatchable, is Short Round. They definitely ain't Willie, and Harrison tries, but I mean, I don't mind Molaram. I think it's also kind of hilarious too. It's the thing that I crack up in when I watch it is the end scenes of Indy cutting the rope bridge, and then what makes it seem like they fall 1,000 feet, into a bunch of crocodiles or whatever that are just eating a smorgasbord of Indians or whatever. So it's or cult followings or whatever you want to call it. But you have it pulled up, Blue?
Well, no, I just had to, before we get to that scene, this right here just took me out of it in theaters, and again watching it. Look at, I'm no physicist, Nick, but boy.
Oh yeah. When I rewatched that, that's when I thought about the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I was like, when they went into the 3 waterfalls, or whatever in that movie, and I was like, they were in a.
That's a very long distance, boys and girls.
And floating. I
like to know who's surviving this. This shit will kill Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's right. Molaram has got the drip and the confidence. He was.
And what was the fact that they and the way they land too, it's just mysteriously look at it. Look at the distance. And
yeah, that is a drop.
Sure, and like the way they just like it cuts right and they land in the water was great. Look at that. Sure, let's go with that.
You know, I mean, hey, they got to India, right? So they live.
There you go.
Lived.
Yeah. Boy, it's good. When I'm watching the theaters, I'm like, I know it's Indiana Jones, but like at least like Last Crusade and Raiders, you feel a sense of like somewhat realism with religious stuff. Like they're not like shit like that. This is Fast and Furious physics. We're going through. I'll put the crocodile scene in a second, but that took me out of it, dude. Like that drop, like no human alive. Like,
yeah.
We said the rope bridge scene definitely was intense, but yeah, and they did it in Family Guy too. The crocodiles, they keep recycling the same crocodile scene.
Mm-hmm. They lived to the disappointment of all. Yep.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think? Where would you rank this movie?
I mean, he's Malarama.
Or sorry, not rank the movie, but rank Malaram.
Yeah, I mean, definitely out of all the protagonists, he's like feels like the weakest. I mean, both films. I mean, Indiana's fighting Nazis and Raiders and also Last Crusade. So how do you like fight how do you deal compared to an evil like compared to the Nazis? I guess he's like in the only thing he's known for, the good one say, is like the whole take away the Kali Ma and ripping out the heart. That's what he's known for, but of course destroys all physics, bypassing the rib cage and blood vessels and shit. Yeah, he's a bad guy, but like I mean, Leon joked about it, but like he inspires other people. I guess that's good affirmation.
I mean, obviously, yeah, joking around, you might want to rip people's hearts out. But he's not someone that I would want to aspire to become. You know, now you could say if you have terrible takes and you want to rip someone's heart out, then that's fine.
Because even the whole like he's more evil. Again, how do you find him more evil versus Hitler? It's the problem. It's like he's more evil than Adolf. Well,
yeah, Raiders is the darkest and most adult of indie movies. This is most childish. He is more evil but less real. Right. I think that's fair. Which I think it kind of coincides with the childish part.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like to me. He's just like he's generic villain. Nick, I just remember from one thing. You know, Kali Ma. That's the only thing I remember. This guy for this film was just the heart scene. But take that away, he's just generic bad guy. I don't know.
Just rage baiting, by the way. Yeah, no, for sure. Like in a weird sense, like if you're saying like how he is obviously an actual like evil villain, he is trying to do something. He is trying to inspire a cult to join him. Scooby-Doo villain for sure. But he is trying to inspire people to join his cause. Now, is that a good cause? Not so much. And obviously there are problems with said cause. And obviously there are other, like he doesn't really have good traits that you would want to follow or strive to mimic or to do. So it's like, I don't really have much to say on his affirmation. Like, there's really not
the entire trilogy, despite this film's flaws, like he's the most forgettable villain in the entire trilogy.
I don't think it's forgettable because of like what he does, but I think in terms of like how not even how he does it, because he obviously just pulls he wants the stone, so they mean something for this ritual, but he just sticks his hand through and says some words and then boom 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 boom, right? It's kind of it. But I think that's why Raiders and Crusade are better films and obviously have better plots.
Well,
and
I'm just saying,
villains,
he's compared to part 1 and part 3, compared to those, like this is in terms of villains, like he's the most forgettable compared to like Raiders and Last Crusade.
He's not.
It's a good one. It's like I would have got away with it too if you didn't Americans and your Asian kid.
Dietrich is more forgettable. That's the Nazi guy in Crusade, right? Donovan's more so the antagonist villain, I guess you should say.
Yeah.
And I would have gotten away with the Christian God if it wasn't for those pesky Americans and their short Asian child. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
We said, Nick, the problem with villains is how do you give the bad guy ripping out hearts and enslaving kids and doing a cult? How do you give him affirmation, inspiration, aspiration? Like, not really an inspirational character.
For the sake of the positivity of what Indy has, obviously there's nothing there. But if you're talking about what is he actually doing for others, that it's like he believes he's right, therefore he thinks that his power that isn't protective or fatherly, he feeds on fear and sacrifice, not self-sacrifice of others, just sacrificial of others, and then enslavement, corrupting the innocent, corrupting people regardless of who they are, kids, adults at that point, for his own means. So there's really nothing that is worthwhile talking about of him being positive. Like you could joke around and say he does inspire others, so, but not in a good way. So it's like he doesn't really have any good ratings at that point in time either. But oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. But
father's Jewish ritual comfortable.
That's right. That's right. Don't we all? So, but yeah. So Leon said an 8. Isaac said somewhere between a 7 and 8 overall for this film. What about you, man? Where do you stand on this?
Well, as we pointed out, there's a difference between masculinity and the quality of film. Nick, you covered so many films on this show. Like there is good films with low masculine traits, but then there is bad films with high masculine traits. Indy is still a good character. Short Run's a good character. It's definitely as Goodwin would say, my least favorite film of the trilogy. But like Indy, especially the part where he's like the masculinity of like, hey, like these show appreciation. You're spoiled, right? These people have no food. They're starving to death. Essentially, they're giving you what little they have. And also, even though with the Maj Roger, when and he's talking to the one professor, he's like, if I offended you, I'm sorry. He actually still has manners. He respects other cultures, and he's very selfless in this film because, like you said, Nick, he could just go back to be an archaeologist and just going back to his professor studies, but he sees people suffering, and even Willie's like, "Why are you doing this for?" Because people are suffering. They're starving. They're dying. I need to I'm still the hero. He's still a good character, and Short Run has a lot of masculine tropes. He's very loyal to Indy, and he's a very capable character. So, I mean, between a 7 and 8, I will say I'll go middle ground between Isaac and Leon. I'll say a 7 is a masculine film because I still think Indy is still the hero in this film. A Short Round is a great character, despite the film's flaws. It's not my favorite film, but like Indy's still a great character.
Okay, so you said 7. Yeah, and yeah. I think this is right, and it's going to be like my point where like the thing about this film, and one of the other reasons why I wanted to do this film first is because out of the characters that we get in this trilogy, this one has the least. So I think by doing this one first, it kind of gives us an upward scale of characters to talk about on the masculinity sense. And not that having fewer characters is bad by any means, but I think because, sometimes having more characters can dilute or potentially, soften the masculinity a bit, maybe take away a little bit as well. But because this movie only has a few pivotal characters just in general, again, even like the tertiary characters we were saying, like they're not bad. They kind of add to the plot. Do they help anything that is morally centered to Indy in his journey or to Short Round. No, not really. I mean, it's kind of funny like when they're at the in Pankot Palace and they're serving the food and they cut like the snake open and all these like eels start coming out.
God.
Like, Short Round was chewing something and his mouth was just like, and the food just falls right out. Like, it's just like
monkey brains.
that is such a kid thing to do. I mean, some adults would do it. I mean, Willie wanted Short Round's hat so she could vomit in it. And I was like, hell no, that hat's too good for your mom.
Hat. Why? I'm about to puke.
Indy! What's up, Hosty? Oh, hello, love it.
Plus this one didn't have Sala in it either.
No, for sure. But I mean, like that's the thing. Like there are to go and spoil. Like, and that's kind of what I was alluding to with, because this movie doesn't have a lot of characters in it. Isn't a bad thing because you can only kind of look at what it has, which is basically Short Round, Indy. There's some femininity there because of Willie, but aside from that, you've got like some of the tertiary characters, and you've got Molaram as like the villain / antagonist, and that's kind of it. So like it's very plain in that sense, but because of that, you got to say like, what does Indy do in the film? And I think I think the film is a better for a masculinity sense than it is just for rating this movie as is. For a movie, right? And I put a 7.5 for this, because and not that I don't think it could go up to an 8, but again, somewhere between a 7 and 8 is kind of where I'm at. But I think because you see Indiana's arc in this movie, and just not only forgetting, but just considering that this is supposed to be a prequel, but I understand like it's follows up from Raiders from an movie release form, but because the things that make a difference and showcase who he is in this movie, and he's able to determine that he's trying to save kids, he's trying to save the village in essence. Like the village is starving, the village has lost their crops, their way of life, like they can't fend it for themselves. And again, like I mentioned this earlier, like he could have just left. He didn't need to stay there. But like I think for the sake of Indy looking at the primary reasons of staying is to free the kids that are enslaved, bring back the Sankara stones, and essentially help the village, right? Like that's some pretty masculine shit right there,
Definitely.
Because if you're just a treasure hunter, where's the treasure? Like you're not keeping the Sankara stones, you're returning them. He could have been like, well, I don't know, guys. Never found the stones, and he's got him, and he brings him back to the museum, back in America, right? So like, but that's not what he's after, which I think is also interesting, maybe from a treasure hunter pursuer.
I mean, even take like Indian short,
he's doing in the beginning. He wants the diamond, right? But after that point, diamond's gone. He's almost dead, poisoned. Now he's in India. So for the sake of him realizing, like, I've got like kind of like a mission now. And Short Round's a kid. Like, imagine if this was Short Round. Like, I want to save him. And I think that's also the greatness about Short Round is that he's in this 100%, right? And the fact that he helped save Dr. Jones a few times, right? Like probably would have died. And again, as we said earlier, Willie does help pull the lever, so she saves both of them. But it is kind of interesting, I guess, to look at it from a masculinity to just a standard ranking for the film itself, which, like I said, I think this film is lower than it is on the masculinity, but
it's just watching again, Willie's just like every second she's on screen, I'm like, boy, she's draining the film. But like the scenes with Indy and Short Round, like, Indiana Jones tells her, like, there's a history, like, kid tried to pick my pocket, but like, I could have just ditched him, could even killed him. He's like, he befriends this kid and becomes like a surrogate, like, older brother, because he's not a father figure, but they're friends, like an older brother, and Short Round looks up to him. and that's masculine. He could have just got rid of short round. No, there's an indication that but at this point in the film, in his life, that he's been raising this kid for a good 5, 6, 8 years now.
Does he say?
Because
he say how long?
Because look at the age. Because he says he found him as a kid. So let me see.
Yeah, because he tried to steal from him.
Yeah. So in the film, short round is 9. So damn. So but Indy says he tried stealing from me. Okay.
Yeah, he caught him. Hang on,
Let's find out.
I was gonna pull up this clip. Hang on a second. Just to kind of show more about their interactions and Indian food is the real final boss of life.
Yeah, there's no official time that he met him. Actually, even looking up on Wikipedia and Google, it just says that he met him when he was a young child. That's it. But in the film, he's only 9.
Belongs in the landfill. Wait, Dax, are you behind on the stream? Are you catching up?
He probably is.
Okay, Dax might be behind because he said, "Ayo, what? We are not moving past that." I think he's referring to the Vex part.
Or he's just drunker than me. So.
Are you gonna clip that and send it to Vex?
Oh, why wouldn't we? He took the name Short Round from a dog he owned. Okay, wow. He was an orphan in the streets of Shanghai before crossing paths with Indy, but there's no official age. I mean, he's 9, so if he tried stealing from Indy, what's he, 5 years old? Maybe
I mean, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Maybe. Here, listen to this.
No mistake. I'm very little. You cheat very big. Stop the song. You cheat. You pay money. You owe me 10 cents.
What's this?
Look at this.
It's it is like that big brother, little brother sort of routine almost in a way.
Yeah, because it's always a problem when you have a father, surrogate fathers. I mean, just I never felt that Indiana was raising Short Round as a son, just more like a kid brother or even an uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the stock footage of when the alligators. You can just see stock footage of the alligators and then just rolling around. So
oh, dude, yeah, the death rolls that the gators do.
It's come on, man.
Dude, they're just
it takes you out of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is rather hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, such a shame. It's technically speaking, Indiana Jones has 5 movies and Short Rounds in 1 out of 5 films. It's so depressing.
There's 5 films.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about it. There's 5.
No, I'm kidding. To me, Dial does not exist. Just that the sequels are not made up or are made up from Star Wars too.
I know.
But
no, I mean, that's what I said. I respect the fact that you covered this film because Goodwin would say there's only 2 films. You can watch Raiders and watch Temple of Doom. I mean, that's for, oh yeah. They're eating the beetles. Are you? He's like, are you not hungry? He goes, brr. Yeah. He's scooping out the beetle parts. Yeah, okay, how about some soup? How about some soup then? There's eyeballs in the soup.
Yeah, let's see if we can find that real quick. She's like, I'm not very hungry. I already ate bugs today.
Yeah. Other cultures do eat bugs, man. People are fond of grasshoppers. They said they're high in protein, low in cholesterol.
Very true.
There it is. Yep.
Or not. Or might be. Hold on.
Eyeballs are good protein. See, I'm glad Goodwin said that because for Leon left, I was going to mention that, but I know if we had so much we're jumping around. I did watch as I was a kid too.
Wait, is that? Weren't they going to do that? A young Indiana Jones movie or sorry TV show?
Yeah, I think look up. I think it was one season. I'm pretty sure it's one season. I could be wrong. It might have been two, but let me see. Yeah, because we found Young Indiana Jones. The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles came out. Okay, it was 2 seasons actually, 2 seasons, and it was Sean Patrick Flannery from Boondock Saints was Indiana Jones.
Mm.
And you can watch. It's actually free to watch too if you look online. It was from let's see. 2 seasons.
I never
wow,
saw
it was. Yeah, it wasn't Disney Plus, and they removed it. Of course, it did.
Yeah, right.
But you can still find it though online.
Well,
yep, 2 seasons.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
I might watch one of the other other two next. I don't know. Maybe tonight. We'll see.
Last Crusade.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do a coin toss, and then just whatever lands on, I'll watch. Because I'm fine with either one, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like all there really is to this movie. Yeah, I feel like we really didn't really miss much.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. I love the fact you covered it, Nick. But like, I would have no unless a friend has to do a stream. I just have no desire to watch this film again. I can watch Raiders all day, Last Crusade all day, watch this again. I'm like, man, just some scenes we know green screens and CGI can age poorly, but that fucking the entire raft sequence just took me out of it. It's like so like it's just badly done. You know, it's the fact that it's a 3,000 fucking foot cliff and they just boot no problem. Like, and even remember too the scene with the carts there and the mine cart scene was badly done too. Like the action sequences are just, I mean, besides the bridge sequence at the end, Nick, like the action scenes are very poorly just rendered in this film.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is I wanted to do this first just so we can kind of get it out of the way, and then go and just use this as a base for Indy, and then when we get to Raiders and we get to Last Crusade, like there's a lot more to those, and yeah, I agree. Like it's just the production of the movie itself is like which is weird to say because it's like you did such a great job with Raiders and then you do this, but then you go ahead and you do Last Crusade. It was just like, what happened? Like you fall asleep? Like
I try respecting Leon's opinion, but like when Leon says like a trilogy, like I can mention Sonic, you and me have watched I've watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy 1,000 times. When you watch Fellowship, Two Towers, Return of the King, the tone is exactly the same. This feels like just like it's like less of an Indiana Jones film and like a side movie. If you compare this to Raiders and Last Crusade, it feels like a fucking side quill. It doesn't feel like an actual part of a trilogy.
Yeah,
there's so many trilogies that feel like part of a trilogy. This doesn't feel like this feels like a side like a spin-off Indiana Jones film. Like it does nothing about this feels like part of the trilogy.
This is like Saturday morning cartoon entry. Yeah.
Like Jay was saying, that entire raft sequence, it's so cartoony over the top. I'm like, it just, especially in theaters, and the badly rendered green screen, it's so fucking obvious. But yeah, the comedy tones, Nick. If you look at Raiders Last Crusade, besides like yes, Dad, she talks in her sleep, but like the Willie's scenes, they're so cartoonish. Yeah, it's like this one has so much like weird comedy, but like Willie's scenes they're so over the top where like it's taking you out of the film. It's like the tone is fucking all. Yeah, first it's dark where you got Kali Ma ripping out hearts, kidnapping kids. The entire scene with Indy and Short Round and just her running around, fucking fighting snakes, fighting giant vampire bats and stuff, and her like it's like she takes it. The tone in this film is very, very inconsistent.
It's the T2 of the Indy franchise.
You motherfucker.
Gilbin, I still want to talk about T2 at some point with a certain someone.
It's coming out in theaters. I'm taking my kid. I don't care, man. Next week.
Does it come out in theaters next week?
the 28th. So technically, the 28th it'll be the third. Say T2 theaters.
I guess when it initially came out,
August 28th through September 2nd, 2026. Fathom Events screen a 4K restoration in premium formats. So it comes out August 28th.
Interesting, because then
it's the 35th anniversary of fucking T2.
I say officially the release date was July 3rd, but this is the year of. We might have to cover it. Maybe in a couple months.
Because when was Judgment Day? Come out
84. I mean what? Oh, 3
movie. So when was the initial Judgment Day? That's why. Yes, look, Judgment Day is August 29th, 1997. So T2 is coming out August 28th.
So they're releasing
in theaters.
Like when Judgment Day. Yeah.
I'm saying. So I was like, it basically comes. It's being. So T2 comes out for the 35th anniversary on the day of Judgment Day. Like, yep.
Well,
yeah.
Why is he a big T2 defender?
That's why I hate agreeing with Nick, but like he's not wrong. Like, but when Jay's like a kid, I saw T2. I was 11. My sister Jamie was 8. My sister Jen was 6. My dad and mom brought my sister, who was 6, to go see a rated R film.
Sometimes it happens that way, you know. You just deal with it.
How many 6-year-olds do you take to see a rated R film? Yeah. But I still love it though.
Yep. Step bro loves T2.
That's why I hate, like, we covered it on my channel, Nick, and I'm like, I was watching T1 after the stream ended. I watched T2, watching back to back, and you're like, oh yeah, fucking good one. God damn it.
We've now moved into the plot after hours or plot after dark segment.
It's 11:41. We got 19 minutes.
Yeah. So essentially, I don't know if I can get Jedi Bro on here. I haven't seen him around in a long time, but I do know I did speak with a certain someone at MegaCon Goodwin that we'll be chatting with very soon, that proposed talking and discussing T2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. But I don't know if we'll want to do that and then this Friday or do Beast Up and then talk about it on here.
Yeah.
Mahler loves T2?
That's shocking.
Really? I'm kind of surprised.
I love Mahler. Just so every time I see like
good when you know who I'm referring to, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, love it.
It says I've only seen Temple of Doom a few times. I enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, I enjoyed it too, and so I watched it recently. No, actually, the funny part, Nick, I told Goodwin this on my channel when we're covering. I seen a YouTube short popped up, and Arnold said this is James Cameron, hand to God, and Arnold's like, so he told Jim Cameron, so when the Terminator enters the bar, right, and the bikers in T2, why doesn't he kill anybody? Because in the first film, he's killing people. In the second film, and James is like, well, he's like, John told him not to kill anybody. He's like, yeah, but when the Terminator first enters, comes back to 1991. He doesn't meet John till after. So the opening sequence in the biker gang, I should be killing everybody. And Jim Cameron's like, Arnold, I wrote the fucking script. Like, even Arnold questioning, he's like, in the first film, the Terminator, it's killing everybody. The T-800 doesn't kill anybody in the opening sequence of Terminator 2. And I'm like, oh, even Arnold called it out. And I'm like, God damn it. Fuck. I seen that short on YouTube and I was like, fucking good one. He's right.
Mahler considered T2 like a bastion of great writing for a while. I don't know if that's changed. Rags is compromised.
And Arnold said too, he said, Jim Cameron, the first one killed cops where I need to kill the T-800 should kill people. He goes, well, I'll make a compromise. You can shoot people in the kneecaps. That's why Jim Cameron changed the script to have him shooting kneecaps, because Arnold's like, I read the script, the T-800 doesn't kill anybody in this film. He goes, okay, we'll make a compromise because Jim Cameron's exact quotes were, because in this film, you're the good guy and the good guy wouldn't be killing people. So he's like, we'll make a compromise. You shoot him in the fucking kneecaps. But again, until he meets John and John gives him the directive, it's still a T-800.
Right. Like, and it just shows you that, I mean, which is kind of good, but that Arnold understood the character that he was playing more so than the person who created it.
You remember Nick, the entire chat. Remember Armageddon? Ben Affleck told Michael Bay, Michael, wouldn't it be easier to fucking to teach astronauts how to drill oil?
Oh yeah.
If fucking Michael Bay said Ben, he's like, Ben, shut the fuck up. I wrote the movie. Affleck's like, you're training drillers to be astronauts. Wouldn't it be easier to train astronauts to fucking drill? He goes, Ben, shut up. I wrote the film. Touche, Michael.
I thought Mahler's favorite movie was Puss in Boots 2.
Oh yeah,
or does he just like vouch for that movie like severely hard?
Oh, Prestige is his favorite film of all time.
Really? I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that. I like The Prestige.
Oh,
I think, but like obviously it's not a perfect film by any means, but I enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I definitely enjoyed it, but recently I watched it a couple months ago. I'm like, yeah, I enjoy it. I just don't think it's. I don't know, I find flaws in it.
Right.
I just can't. It's me.
Right, James Cameron.
He was.
Not from T1, but T2. Yeah.
Even T1, Arnold's like, come on. He's like the infamous line. Cameron said, Arnold, it will be cool. He's like, wouldn't a machine say, I will be back? He's like, a machine wouldn't say, I'll. And Cameron's like, dude, trust me, it'll be memorable. People will know this line. He's like, even Arnold, who's from Austria, he's like, but wouldn't a machine say, I will, not I'll? Machines don't say I'll. And Cameron's like, you're right, but like, I'll sounds cooler, dude. How the fuck does Schwarzenegger know this? Come on, Jim. You're killing me, son.
I will be back. I mean,
yes,
I'll be back.
It became a pop culture. I mean, yes, it became a pop culture reference. Cameron was right. I'll be back, but like, fucking machines wouldn't use hyphenated language. It would be I will.
Yeah, I mean, it's. You're just basically just getting the apostrophe L's at that point.
Yeah.
But like,
well, I know you watched some Star Trek Next Generation. When Data talked to his evil clone there, he talked about Data versus him. Remember, was it Borg or who's his evil clone? Remember the evil Data?
Yeah, I think it was from the Borg.
Yeah, but he was talking to Data, where he's like, how Data is a more machine humanoid versus him, because Data speaks with hyphens versus he doesn't.
Laura.
Laura, sorry, yeah. And like there was in every episode, like Laura was telling Data, like, how you've been designed to be more human than me because I speak like a very specific dialect and tone. He was like, a machine wouldn't say I'll or whatever or will. We say we will, I will. It's like, and that's Star Trek Next Generation, fucking fantastic writing, where it's like, to humanize a machine more, you speak what slang and hyphenated language a machine wouldn't.
Right. God
damn it. It's like, right though, he's right.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hosty says, what? I'd probably hold the Prestige in higher regard than everyone in the stream right now. Hosty's taking shots at Waylon.
Yeah. Oh no, Jay's right. So Data wasn't designed to humans, but said that's the point that Laura was saying. It's like our Father who created us. He made you to be more human than me, because that's what he said. Data was meant to understand humans. Laura wasn't. Laura was just a pure machine. And it's like there was that show had such fucking great writing.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
especially with
better than what we Star Trek fans have got now. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, it's kind of like the last Star Trek stuff I've ever watched, really.
Sorry, Jay, I've had a couple of drinks, but yeah, I just remember that the scenes with Lauren Data were just very excellent, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Laura has emotions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well,
I remember, was it First Contact with the Borg Queen? Remember fucking Data with Picard? He's like, I got the emotion chip. He's like, sir, I'm feeling fear. He goes, Mr. Data? And he goes, okay. He just snaps his neck. He goes, okay, fear is off. I'm fine. And Picard's like, Mr. Data, there's times I envy you. Because Data had the emotion chip. And he's like, I'm feeling anxiety fighting the Borg. He just turned it off. Now he's pure robot mode, you know?
Yep.
I'm wheeling, old man. Damn.
I'm real tired now, boss. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream here soon.
Still fun, guys, man. You know, it's like
that's
what I said, Nick. I mean, not my favorite film, but honestly, but just hanging out with you and Leon, Isaac, and obviously Goodwin in the chat, Gord, Waylon. You can take just because it's not my favorite film doesn't mean you can't have a good time talking about it with your friends.
I totally agree. You know. And one thing we could talk about is
6 a.m.
We'll talk about next week. We're not going to say who all is going to be there yet for next Masculine Monday next week.
Hey Tony.
What's up, Tony? Good day, mate.
Finally awake.
How are the emus doing? We're actually just wrapping up the stream here soon enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna covered everything we needed to cover because it was a shorter stream because of the what we were given. But
Tony, you've seen Nick's solo streams. He'll do 4.5 hours by himself because he gets testicle. You know?
I'm just trying to keep up with everyone else, you know. So I feel like I'm still a noob here on YouTube. So
how dare you?
I know.
Only 4 hours.
Shame on me,
you pleb.
How dare I try to be selfish and I totally don't look at myself in the mirror either and flex repeatedly. I'm kidding, but also not kidding.
So
I'm trying to prep for a show.
Got my kettlebell. See, it's pre-gaming.
There we go. So next week, awesome. For those interested, we're going to be starting a bit earlier. And by a bit earlier, I mean we're going to be starting at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. We will say why later. However,
it's my schedule. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Blue. I'm taking one for the team here. I was like, Blue. We're adhering to Blue's drinking schedule.
It's 5 p.m. somewhere.
Right. It's 5 p.m. somewhere. So we're going to raise a glass at 5 o'clock and really dive into it. We're talking about a movie that stars a man widely known as Dr. Alan Grant. We're going to talk about a Sam Neill movie because obviously he tragically passed away to cancer. Still sucks to kind of think about it.
He just beat cancer too, man.
A bit late next week. Well, Isaac was here this week, so that was the week. And Leon too, but
Sam Neill did it. Sam Neill is he's like, hey guys, I beat cancer. I'm gonna start reading the script and I'm coming back to acting. Like, awesome. Fuck, man.
Yep. Yeah. But we are going to be talking about The Hunt for Red October. Obviously, pretty stacked cast, great movie. Lots of masculinity to talk about in said movie. So, R.I.P. Sam. So it'll be a good conversation. You won't want to miss it. Sadly, not the recast version of Cannoli Stream. What we could do is do a double feature and then do a Discord watch party of Cannoli stream and then air that to YouTube while watching the while watching the stream.
I know we say it often, Nick, but like Cannoli, if you see his replay, where the fuck are you, you asshole? Stop having a life. Hey, join us. Piece of shit.
I know.
How dare he have fun, have a life?
I respect, wanting to take time and eat Italian food,
Yeah. Cannoli is a good dude. Holy shit, man.
He is. And who is enjoying his evening with the missus and family. But yeah, so 5 p.m. Eastern, The Hunt for Red October. We'll be discussing it here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't watched that movie in probably a decade, if I'm being honest.
A long time, man.
Hold on. Wait, what are we, 2026?
What year come out? Holy shit. Let's see.
Came out in 90?
1990. Fuck.
Yeah, 1990.
Yeah, we're old. Damn. The cast, man. Scott Glenn, fucking Sam Neill, Baldwin, Connery. Jesus Christ. James Earl Jones, Tim Curry. Fucking whipping it out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking stack cast.
Yep.
It was Stellan Skarsgård. I mean, come on. Fucking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a film.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good film to talk about.
Yeah.
Tony wasn't even born yet. I was 5 when this movie came out.
Yeah. And yet another Tom Clancy, director John McTiernan and Tom Clancy storyline, for fuck's sakes, man. Yeah, it's a film. Well, he was in college in this Regeneration.
I am.
Definitely, yeah.
I have mutant genes that just keep me looking 32.
Exactly.
Something like that. I don't know how it works.
No, people on YouTube told me, Nick, the older you get, the darker your hair gets, and like you get less grays.
Yeah, 100%. They were storing me in the archaeological. Dr. Jones was on the hunt to find Goodwin for the archaeology department.
Speaking of Nick, Goodwin picked out this film for me to watch tomorrow with him. So, a film called Being There. Never heard this film until Goodwin mentioned this, and I hate giving Goodwin credit, but like fucking great film. God damn, watch it today. And like,
I was gonna say, what you got going on for tomorrow? Being There.
Being There. I bought this on Fandango for $10. It's worth every fucking penny. Being There. This is a film. Definitely highly recommend watching this.
I know why I might have. Because my boy Peter Sellers is in it. That's why.
Yep. Yeah. This is I watched this today and I'm like, fucking good one. I hate the fact he keeps picking out. He's making me watch good films. Son of a bitch.
It's because I'm giving him shit choices on Masculine Mondays now. I seriously still want to do a watch party in Discord of watching like at least 2 of the Pink Panthers movies with Peter Sellers, because
oh shit,
they are tremendous. And for people that have never watched some of the Pink Panthers movies with Peter Sellers, you are missing out on comedy gold.
Well, because you covered this, Nick, because I don't have 4 hours.
And racism, which was completely fine back then because it was comedy.
Well, I was going to do it today. We got busy. My cousin Susan, she's like you. She read the books, but once we're done with Being There, I'm going to binge all of House of the Dragon with my cousin. And I got her a bottle of wine. I got a 6-pack of fucking Jack and Coke. We're going to watch all 8 episodes and just record our reactions because she's only watched the first episodes. She's backed up. I was like, okay. Like, didn't hate it. I listened to all your streams, but yeah. So after me and Goodwin sign off, we're going to watch 8 hours of fucking House of the Dragon tomorrow night. Like, I need plenty of alcohol.
Gross.
Still love Matt Smith though, man. You know it, Nick. And Matt Smith is carrying that fucking show, man.
No, he definitely tries to carry that entire show hard. You know, which I mean, again, he tries. You know, what more can you say aside from that? But
yeah, it's very flawed. But like, that's why I'm just doing one video. Like, so we do it just episode 1 5-minute reaction, episode 2 5-minute reaction, and just we're just gonna spend from like 4 to midnight watching the whole fucking season in one go, dude.
I mean, I enjoyed the streams, and shout out to everyone who joined my House of the Dragon streams and everything like that and watched them. Like, obviously not the best show. But
I agree.
We're going to be covering some an array of stuff this starting this Tuesday. Like we're going to talk the Gentleman season 1 up to season 2 when that comes out. We're going to cover Mobland season 2. So again, like both Guy Ritchie shows coming out this year, which is great. IMO, and then we'll talk Terminalist season 1, then we'll talk Terminalist season 2, and that's kind of like pretty much what the Tuesday agenda is going to be for me on streams, and then from there we'll see what happens next year with new shows, but that's what we're going to start. We're starting that tomorrow, Waylon. So
it's a good show. I like that.
I think, right? Yeah. It is. I think because it was underrated. I think to me, like it kind of came out of nowhere. But I think because I saw Guy Ritchie, I was like, oh. So, but did you not check the Discord channel?
He doesn't know Jack.
In Discord, this Discord. That's why today with Vex and Good and Gord.
Yeah, I mean, I like both, but like, I mean, I do like Terminalist a little bit better, but it's also my action pack. But like, but Gentleman's surprised me good fucking show, because after the McConaughey film, I was like making a TV show, and I'm watching. I'm like, wow, this is shockingly good. Holy fuck.
You go and check the Discord channel. Well, I just finished reading rereading the first book again. And I'm gonna start reading the second book as we get closer to October, which I'm also gonna be I'm kind of just trying to reread rereading a couple of different books prior to the movies coming out. Like I'm gonna reread Dune Messiah as well. And then I'm gonna read for the first time the Harry Potter was the Sorcerer's Stone, whatever that first book is.
Sorcerer's Stone, and the second one was, which to its credit, the first 2 films, Chris Columbus did a very excellent app, because the first 2 books are like 300 pages. Rowan started doing 400, 500. By the time she hit Deathly Hallows, it was like 1,000 fucking pages. But like Chris Columbus did actually, in terms of adaptation, he made the first 2 films like verbatim of the fucking books. But it wasn't their fault, Nick. I mean, 300 pages easier to adapt versus like 700 pages, 800 pages, and like, God.
Yeah. You're part of the Big A franchise. So I've heard that it's either Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, depending on like the region.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I was known as the Sorcerer's Stone, but yeah, because when I think Philosopher's Stone, I think of Full Metal Alchemist. I love the anime.
Yeah,
it's like, I know you don't do anime, Nick, but like,
well, I mean,
like, for rewatches, but like when our friend Gooch,
I'm on streams. Oh yeah,
when Gooch did, because Full Metal Alchemist, like in terms of anime, some people say thing is at Brotherhood, it's only 60 episodes, which for anime fans, like 60 episodes is very compact, because you got like, Dragon Ball and fucking One Piece and Bleach got like thousands. Alchemist is a clean 60 episodes. It's my favorite anime of all time. But Yeah, it's something worth covering if Gooch would get off his ass and come back.
Yep, Sorcerer is outside the UK.
Gotcha.
Yep. So
that's how territories work, man.
Yep. They just wanted to be different. So did we in 1776. So hey,
Yeah.
You changed the word, we changed our country. I'll take the country instead.
Yeah.
But
well, we've already seen Nick. It's like, hey guys, we can make a TV show that could cover the books because as the books got bigger, they had to take stuff out of the movies because there's too much to cover. Let's make a TV show that should cover everything. Yes, and let's start making stuff like Black Snape.
Dude, they are going to hear it nonstop on a weekly basis, and I don't think I'm going to be covering that on a live stream, but I will be doing videos on it. Kind of the whole reason why I'm going to be reading the book, or sorry, reading the book for the first time, I should say. But so we'll talk about a different show at that point.
Hey Jack.
Later, Jack.
Anybody?
But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I made a small video earlier this year that was just like, they say they want to stick to the fidelity of the source material, but and I think in other regards it seems like they did, but then they go ahead and change it, so it's like I don't believe you,
Again, I mean, like love or hate, like the show was it Rise freaking Ben Solo there, Adam Driver would, no one can ever replace Alan Rickman, we all know that, but if you would make replace Adam Driver would be a good secondary Snape. I could see Adam Driver being Snape. The casting, fucking name.
Yeah, I think if you look at actors that can fit into a character role and not try to outdo the original casting, but just do a good job that you think that the original person, even if they're still alive, then they could say it, they did a great job, but that the person did indeed do a good job, and then they can actually like say, well, yeah, guess what? Like, I think they honored that like I think Adam Driver would have done a great job because he's a good actor. It's just the fact that the sequel, like, watch Adam Driver in anything else outside of the Star Wars sequel movies, and you're like, dude can act. Like, he's
I'm
got
glad
chops.
you said that, Nick. Yeah, because if you see Adam Driver, because some people get scared, they get pigeonholed into a character like Oscar Isaac. He broke apart from just being, friggin' Poe Dameron, and Adam Driver has done a lot of great roles outside of being fucking, Kylo Ren. So good for him.
Yeah, and I think too, like for Adam Driver, like he would have, number one, if they would have casted him as Snape, people would have lost their minds because they would have just like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And then he would have done a good job at Snape. And then so, like, again, like, this is the thing I don't get about Hollywood, where they're just like, they're right there. And we don't know I don't think they'll ever say, even Adam Driver as well, if he'll say that they went to him or that he went to them and auditioned. Because I don't think they'll say that, because if they said, oh, we did and we passed up on them, then you're gonna look even shittier, because it's like you could have you probably, it's like, let's just say he auditioned and you saw his tape.
Hey, love it.
Night, love it. I'll catch you later.
Hey, I love it.
Let's say he auditioned and then it's like, oh my god, we saw the tape and it was great. It's like, you had it right there, and you decided to say no and then swap his whole race.
Yeah.
For what?
Which is usual. I mean, J.K. Rowling, she wrote the Harry Potter books. She had very diverse characters. If she wanted Snape to be black, he would have been black in the books. In the movies, he was never meant to be black. That's why he wasn't written to be that way. She wrote black characters in the books and Asian characters and all kinds of characters.
Right.
Boys,
This
girls,
isn't
blah,
like
blah, redheads. Yeah.
Right. This isn't like it was written in 1920 when we're just
Uh-huh.
going to primarily write all white characters or whatever, or even other decades, right? Like you had the opportunity to.
The Harry Potter books are very fucking diverse. Trust me, I've read them all.
That's what I've heard, so whatever reason to change it is just stupid, but yeah, modern Hollywood.
That's all it is, because it's another, well, like Nick, I mean, said, for whatever flaws it has, the only thing I give Andy Serkis credit was like, for Hunt for Gollum, I'm not going to start fucking casting DEI hires for Hunt for Gollum. Middle Earth doesn't have whatever black and Asian and Latino actors. Middle Earth, there's a reason Lord of the Rings and Two Towers, they're cast a certain way. So Andy Serkis is like, I'm not going to start casting people in Middle Earth to look a certain way for DEI. I at least respect that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
that's good when said. Goddamn right, man. Yeah.
Touche. Yeah. But
in the
books,
in the books,
raid? Who can we raid?
Well, you see it, Nick, in the books. Snape had a crooked nose, very pale skin, and greasy hair. Long, black, greasy hair, a big crooked nose, and pale skin. Yeah. It's like she wrote Alan Rickman to a fucking T. Like, Christ. Or Adam Driver.
Yep. No, that could have been a role he was born to play, but let's not do that. Let's see, who can we raid? I feel like everyone's just gaming right now from that I'm following.
Everyone's gaming.
ABS
I mean, I've been playing some shitty game, Nick, called Helldivers, fighting the Illuminate. It sucks. Yeah,
I know, right?
I am buying Teddy Snuggles. I don't care, Nick.
No harm, no foul there.
Goddamn right.
We could raid Mo Zamboni. He's playing some games. Just throw a bunch of avocados in the chat. He'll appreciate it. So, but appreciate everyone hanging out. This was a short stream, but it was good. Have I seen Iron Lung?
Did you?
No.
Really? Wow. My kid liked it more than me. My kid's a big fan of Markiplier. I thought it was okay, Nick. My biggest problem was it's way too fucking long. But
I've heard a lot
it's an
about
okay
it,
film. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, he spends the entire film as one set piece, which is not a bad thing. But like, do not milk a 100-minute plot to fucking 2 hours. That's the issue. And so some films are meant to be 90 minutes, or some films should be 70 minutes. Iron Lung, I definitely enjoyed it for what it was, but like, boy, they really padded the fucking wrong time.
Yeah,
but
I heard it should have been like a short film, like 45 minutes, something like that. But whatever. Yeah, good attempt. I've got nothing bad to say about it because I haven't seen it, but respect for him for him doing it. Yeah, I know it's based on the video game, but I didn't see Markiplier's movie on it though. But yeah, like I said, I'll give credit where credit's due for him.
No, I mean, well, same thing. What was it this year's Backrooms too long. I mean, Backrooms, but I did enjoy it, but it's just too long. But still a very good and made bank. A good film. Just some films just like gotta shave the wrong. Some of our favorite films of all time are tight 90 minutes. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, very true. Very true. So, but all right, we're gonna raid Mo. Throw some avocados in the chat. Remember, 5 p.m. next Monday. I'll keep X updated. So, until then, we'll see you all.
Oh yeah.
Later.
The biggest trouble with her is the noise.